Hello everyone and welcome to TVON. For those of you guys who do not know, my name is Joanne and wow, has it been a while since I have been up here on this stage. I am here today to give Joyce her long overdue break, but do not worry, she has left me trusted to present to you some of her favorite pieces. We have a lot of big museum level one-of-a-kinds as per Joyce as usual. We also have a lot of special new one-of-a-kinds today, and because it is my first time up here in quite some time, everything feels new to me, so this is like Christmas morning for me. And as usual, if anyone has any special requests, please give us a call. Have someone in the phone bank bring it up to me. I'm sorry, it has been a while since I've been up here, so I am a little rusty, so please bear with me for the first couple minutes while I regain my footing. But before we get into all of that, I thought it's only fitting that we start off the show with something that I feel like embodies my personal style the best, just bring it back to old school. So without further ado, let's just start right into it. First up, we have on the wheel here, we have a multicolor sapphire pair of earrings. This is going to be item number 1120-0996. Yeah, it's definitely very strange being up here. It's like I'm coming back home after a very, very long hiatus. But anyways, multicolor sapphire earrings. In baguette cuts, no less. 1 carat 29 total to be exact, with 31 points in diamonds all around it. Yes, this is definitely one that screams very much my personal style, personal aesthetic. If you guys have been here within the last 2 years or so, you guys probably realize that this is definitely something that I personally would wear. Item number 1120-0996 has been here for a little bit. And I'm surprised it's still here. This is definitely something that I expected to go very quickly since it's been here in the studio, in our inventory at TVON. Yes, this exceptional pair of earrings, while it is the iconic multicolor sapphire, it does have some rather unique qualities. I love how the curvature of the earrings perfectly frame your face while they are on your ears, similarly to how your eyebrows frame your eyes or your hair frames your face. This just helps accentuate all of those lovely features on your visage. And these also have a brand new markdown today. I guess we really want these to get out of here. I mean, it is my first item in however many months. Me and Joyce were trying to calculate it a couple days ago, and we really couldn't come up with the exact date since I was last up here. All we know is that it is long overdue for her to have a Friday off. So she's probably out there having the time of her life while I'm here presenting you guys all this brand new jewelry. But yes, these were originally up here for $2,999, but that is not going to be our price today. Oh no. And because these are special multicolor sapphires, each one is perfectly set up so that it has a gradient, seamless gradient. And not only that, they are a pair of earrings, so there are two, so that is double the labor. That means double the pain for our setters in the back over there. They definitely do not want to duplicate these again. So because of that, we only have one, and they have to stay in the gold color as they are in the rose gold, so that is just the only condition, but they look fabulous on the ear regardless. $29.99, it is not going to be today, not going to be $29.99 or even $19.99 for these special one-of-a-kind earrings. They also are not small in size by any means. Oh, hello. Hi, Tim. It has been a while, even though I saw you yesterday. I feel like this is the first time I've seen you from this side of all the cameras. Have you been here on Fridays before when I've been doing this? I don't think so. Only Joyce. So this is the first time you can witness me fumble my way through the next 3 hours. Anyways, for these earrings, $19.99. They will not be today either. Not going to be $19.99 or $14.99 or even $1,199 for a pair of earrings this designer, this spectacular, this unique. Again, not small earrings at all. They are 1 inch from top to bottom. Let me just show them against the hand here, so you have a frame of reference. As you can see, definitely not small earrings. Right now I'm holding up the one that would go typically on your right ear, so that I personally like wearing them so that the curves again face towards the face to give it that sort of frame effect, but you feel free to wear it however you'd like. And $11.99, it is not going to be today. It's not even going to be $999 today for my big return. Not going to be $9.99. Let's just make these easy. First item of the day, let's just let them go for $949 on this special Friday evening. First Friday of April. And let me put these back on the wheel here today. I don't know where I read or someone said this to me, but you know how usually April Fools only lasts like 1 day out of the year? Well, this year it feels like it's lasted all week, and today it seems like it's a continuation of that very huge cosmic joke. Something just feels off this entire week, but it is the first Friday of April. Let's just call it April Fool's Friday, even though it's not the first. But like I said, this year feels like April Fool's has lasted way longer than just 1 day. $949 for these. And I do believe that Joyce has trusted me with some of your requests for this evening. So if anyone has any other requests they would like to bring up to me, please give us a call, let us know. Or if you are one of the requesters that left their request with Joyce and you are ready to see them on the air, please give us a call so I know you are watching and we will happily bring it out for you. Yes, I'm trying my very best not to trip over my words because I do that just without exception, even when I'm not up here. That just happens a lot for me. Anyways, $949 for this special designer, one-of-a-kind pair of earrings that I'm shocked are still here. This is definitely, like I said, one of my favorite style of earrings. I just love the thought of using all those different color sapphires. Why have one color when you could have multiple colors? I feel like with this way, it expands the variety of ways you can wear it in terms of color, style. When you have all those colors in one pair of earrings, you can kind of match all those colors to whatever you're wearing instead of just having one, if you are into that monochromatic vibe. Something I do remember from the last stint I was up here, I think I was making a lot of appearances through the month of March of last year because it was my birth month. Well, I've perfectly skipped over that this year, but now today I'm making up for it on the 1st April of this year. So that is, like I said, kind of a cosmic joke. Anyways, moving right along, if you like anything you see today, or maybe I've moved past it, because again, another MO of mine, I just kind of blow through things very quickly. I like to get through as many things as possible because to me, more is more. More is definitely more. So again, if I go through things quickly, I will apologize in advance, but feel free to give us a call or message us, comment, and let me know. I'll be happy to go back and answer any questions you may have. All right, moving right along, these earrings, let's just move that aside for right now. We have, ooh, look at that, another very designer style ring. This is gonna be item number 1122602. It is a 29-point baguette grandidiorite with 39 points in white diamonds in this sort of double helix wavy style mounting. But instead of having the stone sitting in the center, we decided to do something a little bit different. We have it sitting on top of the entire ring, almost like it's just a crown or a cherry on top of a sundae. It's just there. It's not, it doesn't want to be the center of attention. It just exists. And grandidiorites, also fairly new here to TVON, but they have been wildly popular. It has that very iconic sort of neon blue-green color, not dissimilar to Paribas, but entirely different. And in this special designer mounting as well, we've had a lot of grandidiorites that were in very classic mountings. We've had the single halos. I believe we've had one or two in the signature mounting and bridges as well. But so we decided to do something a little bit different. And of course, right now it's in the white gold to really show off that sort of neon blue-green color, but it does not have to stay that way if you do not desire it to be so. You can have it in the yellow gold or rose gold if you so wish. So great, a lot of great ways we can customize this ring for you right here. And wow, this one has also been brought down to quite a great value. This was originally supposed to be up here for $3,999, but that is not going to be our TVON price today. No, it is not. We're just bringing everything down to a new low for my TVON rebirth. Can it be considered that? Finally finished with my own personal projects. I'm here back home at TVON. I guess it could be a renaissance, if you so will call it. Let's call it that. That sounds nice. Anyways, $39.99. It is not going to be today on this Friday evening, even though it feels like afternoon with the time change. It's still light and bright outside. $39.99. It is not going to be $39.99 or $29.99. Or even $1,999. And like I said, any gold color you want. I do love this sort of shade of blue-green, so I personally would keep it in the white, but that is just me. You do you. You do whatever you want. Let me just go ahead and try it on for you. And what's great about this ring, it's also not egregiously large if you're not into wearing great big statement jewelry in your everyday life. I know most people have. There's a consensus that not everyone wants to wear large pieces while they're doing their dishes or mowing the lawn. So this is just kind of a great piece to have on every day and to show off your fancy gem knowledge. When it's a great conversation starter. Everyone's heard of those very common stones. You've heard of rubies, emeralds. Not many people who are not in the industry have heard of grandidierite, so it's also a great conversation starter, which if you're anything like me, that is always welcome. I have a very hard time starting conversations sometimes. $19.99. It is not going to be for this spectacular, unique ring either. $19.99. It is not. $18.88. It is not going to be today. Back on the wheel it goes. Not going to be $1,888 tonight. Let's just let it go. Grandidierite, not going to be here for very long, and once these are gone, they will be gone from our inventory for, I don't want to say permanently, that's a very strong word, but once they leave our inventory, they will be gone for quite some time. So grab them while you can. $18.88, it is not going to be today. Let's just let it go, blow it out. Let's make it $1,699 on this Friday evening. $16.99. Oh yes. Oh, something I definitely did not miss is the feeling of your voice cracking and disintegrating. I know we're only 15 minutes in, but I'm not going to miss that tomorrow morning. $16.99. And of course, I was wearing it with the stone face up towards the tip of my finger earlier, but again, you can wear it any way you want. I know, especially with rings that are a little bit more unbalanced, such as this one, some people like to wear it facing towards the palm of your hand, which is also a very common way to wear it. Again, you do you, it's just instinct for me. Arrows pointing upwards means going towards the tip of the finger. Similar with the wonder rings. TVON shoppers definitely know what the wonder rings are. Even I've probably sold a number of those, not as many as Joyce or Lauren, I'm sure. But yes, definitely for me, instinct go that way, but you do whatever your heart desires. $16.99 for this piece. And as I am here looking through my lineup for today, I am seeing a spread of brooches, which we don't usually have. We have maybe one brooch every few weeks, maybe even months. And I'm looking here today, and I'm already seeing a number of them, so that's always fun. Like I said, we definitely have some big museum, one-of-a-kind piece. And sometimes we say museum and maybe it doesn't feel that way. Oh no. These, as soon as you take a look at them, you will say, yes, that belongs at the Smithsonian or the Natural History Museum. That does not belong here, but here it is anyways. I'm sure that is Joyce's influence for sure. For those of you guys who probably are newer here to TVON, you guys know her affinity towards the big, bold, and beautiful. But of course, we have some very classic TVON pieces here as well. And of course, if anything I've said has no interest to you right now, please give us a call and let us know what you would like to see. We'd love to bring it out for you. Yeah. 3 ways you could possibly go. All right. Moving right along. Next up. Speaking of classic Joyce, I feel like it's still a little bit early to start blinding people with big jewelry, but I still want to honor Joyce because we are speaking of her right now. Ooh, look at that. What is more Joyce than a black opal, am I right? This is item number 1122039. We've had quite a few black opals recently, but this one is unique in its own way, as is most black opals. It's a 61-point center stone with 46 points in that halo of diamonds around it, and definitely not small diamonds, considering that this is not the largest black opal we've had. It is not the largest, but it's still very spectacular in its own way. As you can see, it just has that confetti of green and blues, so definitely if you're into that earthy looking black opal styles. I know some of them, they run more gray. They have more gray with red flashes. Black opals, they are, like I said, they're all very different. This one is definitely for more of the blue-green lovers, someone who likes something a little bit more vibrant in their black opals. This is the one for you. And similarly to the Grand Didi, right? Like I said, everyday wearable this piece is. Again, not everyone wants to have large statement jewelry all the time. There is a time and occasion for that. Definitely, but for me, I am not a big jewelry every single day type of person. So this is definitely for one of those people who want to have a black opal that they can wear every day, that doesn't overwhelm their t-shirt and jeans if that is your everyday attire, but still want something that makes an impact, something that has a lot of color and life to it. And this one was supposed to go out for $49.99. It is not today for that spectacular stone with, again, not the largest stone, but still has very significant sized diamonds around it. Sometimes with slightly smaller stones, we like to use smaller side diamonds, but this one does not have that. It still has white diamonds that are quite significant in regards to the size of the center stone. And of course, we wanted to set all of that in platinum for you, just that extra level of luxury for our TVON audience. $49.99, it is not going to be $49.99 today, not going to be $39.99 or even $2,999 for the first of, I'm sure, many black opals we might see today. I mean, I actually wasn't even supposed to be up here today. It was about 2 or 3 days ago when Joy asked me, hey, you haven't been up in a while. Would you like to come back? And I said, sure. I think she's been wanting to ask me this for a while, but she was afraid I would say no. But I would never say no to coming up here. $29.99, it is not going to be. Not going to be $29 or $19.99 or even $18.88. Let me go ahead and try this one on for you. This ring size runs a little bit small on me, so unfortunately it won't go all the way down my finger. I mean, it would if I tried, but I don't want to stand here forever trying to get it off. So there it is, but of course, get any size you need. As usual, we do free sizing and free gold color change. Actually, for this one has to stay like it is in the platinum. But for most of our items, we can change the gold color to whatever you would like. And like I said, free sizing. So this one right now, I believe, is in a size 6. If you don't wear a size 6, just get whatever size you wear, and it should fit beautifully, true to size. $18.88, it is not for this ring either. not going to be $1,888 or even $1,777. Let's just let it go. First black opal for the night. Joyce would be very angry at me if I did you a disservice by marking this up a crazy amount. $1,777 is not going to be your price. We're bringing to the lowest of the low. Let's just let it go out the door for $1,499. $1,499 for the blue-green confetti confection of a black opal. $14.99, and back on the wheel it goes. It didn't even get all the way down on my finger and still has a little bit of trouble getting it off my hand, and maybe it just wants to go home with me. $14.99. Ooh, a little temperamental weather here today. I'm starting to see what everyone says about the weird, almost ghost-like noises here. Yeah, it's definitely present today with the wind here in Southern California. Wind and rain, very unusual for when it's already April. Very, very strange. All right. Moving right along, like I said, I like to get through as many pieces as possible. But of course, if you need me to slow down, please let me know. I'd be happy to. Anyways, let's take this off. Now, I believe this was requested by one of our many customers. It's upside down, but while I fix that, there we go. Like I said, a lot of brooches today. This is going to be item number 1123673. It's a B, if you couldn't tell. Rarely, I don't think Bs only have one black stripe, but you get the idea. Has those physics-defying proportions. This is a B brooch, like I said, with 60 points in round and baguette, white diamonds in the wings there, but it looks like there was also an addition of black diamonds in the body. They didn't even count that, so that probably means it wasn't even calculated in the cost. So whoever gets this is going to get it as a steal. And yes, we've had a couple of B brooches in the last couple months, I want to say. Again, I haven't been here in a while, so by last couple months, I may well have said in the last year. Doesn't feel like that much time has passed, but it probably has been that much time. But this is definitely unique. I feel like every B we've had is different in its own way, and this is no exception. This is definitely not the largest B we have, but in my opinion, it's probably one of the most wearable. Most of the diamond weight, as you can see, is concentrated in the wings there, so you can really focus on the yellow gold, the contrast. You have the yellow and black to show that it is a B, and with the baguette and round diamonds as well, you have the contrast in terms of shape and dimension there. From a distance, you can definitely see, even from a distance, you can see that the wings look like they have movement because of that size difference. It is definitely an exceptional, and we do have a measurement on it. It is a 3/4 of a carat from top to bottom for this B brooch. So definitely not the largest statement B if you were looking for that. Unfortunately, that's probably not it. But 3/4 of a carat, it can probably qualify as a everyday wearable brooch. This could be one of those brooches that is your signature piece, the piece that goes on every outfit you wear. I feel like that's probably not as in vogue these days, but who knows, maybe that trend will come back, wearing a certain pin or brooch with every outfit you wear. I mean, that feels like something I would do, especially if I wore suits more, if I wore more blazers in my everyday life, or even just like a simple office shift dress. That's anything really simple if I want to liven it up. A brooch is probably the best way to do that because it also provides the least amount of inconvenience. And this one was supposed to go out for $19.99, but we're not going to do that today. It was supposed to go out for $19.99, and that's not even calculating all those black diamonds you see on the body there. $19.99, it is not going to be. We really want this to be someone's signature staple piece. So we're gonna blow it out for one color and one color only. Gold color has to stay like it is because it is a B. If we got it in any other color, I don't think we can call it a B anymore. $19.99, it is not going to be. And let me just show the size against the hand. I've been talking so much about it. I feel like I haven't even given a frame of reference yet. There it is against the hand. As you can see, even from a distance with those baguette and round white diamonds, you can see there's still dimension to the wings, even though they are all white diamonds. That's because of the size difference. It's almost playing with your eyes, and it makes it look it's a trick of the light, but no, it's just because of all those size differences. And then of course the yellow body of the bee, you can still see the stripe even from a bit of a distance. And $19.99, it is not going to be today. Not going to be $19.99 or $14.99 or even $1,299 today. And let me just bring it back up to the wheel so I can show you the back side as well. As you can see, there is a little pull on this side, on the right side of the pin there. You just pull it out, and then you can take the pin head out of the brooch itself, and you just pin it on whatever garment you're wearing. And be careful, it is still a bit sharp. It's meant to go through fabric, but you know, just don't hurt yourself. It's supposed to do that, but then of course with that pin safety, it's just so you don't hurt yourself while you're actually wearing it. And $12.99, it is not going to be. I feel like it was necessary for me to give that PSA. In the last, I want to say 3 months, the amount of times I've been pricked by safety pins and pins that weren't supposed to be safety pins, it's probably my own carelessness, but it still needs to be said. Be careful. It's not fun. Anyways, $12.99, it is not going to be for this one-of-a-kind bee brooch. $12.99 is not. $11.99, it is not. Not even gonna be $1,099. Let's just let it go. Let's just let it go out the door for $999. I always find it quite interesting whenever I see bee jewelry. I feel like as a society we tend to ostracize bees as a species. I know they are essential to our survival because of the pollination and all of that, but I feel like most people are afraid of bees, yet we love putting them into jewelry or prints. I've seen a lot of yellow and black stripes recently. It's kind of funny in a way. $999. And like I said, the whole physics defying thing, also kind of odd. Can you tell I don't really understand bees? Definitely couldn't be someone who studies animals or bugs for that matter. Don't know enough about them. $999 for this pair. I'm saying pair, it's one brooch. If it did come in a pair, that would be great, but then we probably should have turned them into earrings or just sell them as a set. Ooh, the winds are blowing up a storm out there. Alrighty. Moving right along. Next up. Ooh, because also partially my hands are getting tired from supporting this physics-defying creature. Next up, we have ooh, look at that. It's a pink spinel ring, and again, a very designer style. This is going to be item number 1123653. Let me put it on the other way as well, so you can it probably just lays better, balance and all that. This is brand new today. I thought it was just brand new to me, but it is apparently brand new today. It's a 1-carat-87 pear-shaped pink spinel with 17 points in white diamonds. You may be asking, oh, where are those 17 points going? Well, as you can see at the base of that pear shape, you have 3 diamonds there, but if I turn the ring at the end of that spiral, there is another diamond just hiding away, almost like a little secret. And yeah, I would not have pegged this for a pink spinel at first, but we're so used to seeing the Mahenge pink spinels, the extremely vibrant hot pink sort of shade when you think pink spinels. But there is a certain beauty in this sort of muted, more calm level of pink. I definitely know hot pink is not everyone's cup of tea. I know for a while I was working on a project that required a lot of hot pink fabric. And let me tell you, for a couple days after, I did not want to look at bright lights. It's a little bit too blinding. So this is definitely more for the everyday wearer, maybe someone who wants something a little bit more casual pink, just that slight pop of color instead of the entire spotlight. And like I said, brand new today, very unique, exceptional mounting here as well. It's almost a play on a bypass, but usually when we see bypass rings, they're almost uniform. We have the flower ring from the other day where there were two equally sized flowers with different stones. This one, it's just one stone and then just the band creating that bypass itself. A lot of gold versus diamonds. So again, another one of these very designer-like but still everyday wearable pieces, which honestly, that's one of the types of pieces I love the most. I love it when things look very unique, very not very modern. I like it when things look very modern, but it's still simple enough that you could wear it every day. It's not something that, you know, when you buy a new outfit and you wear it once and you get photographed wearing it or anything like that and you feel like, oh, I can never wear this outfit again, that seems like such a waste. But pieces like this, it's one of those pieces where you can just wear over and over and over again and you never get tired of looking at it. This is one of our designer pieces as well. So the gold color does have to stay in the white gold you see here. Actually, it's not even white gold, it's platinum. Because it's so designer and special, we wanted to up the gold for you. It is in platinum, so it does have to stay that way. We really want to accent that cool tone of the pink there. Definitely runs more purple than orange and red in the pink family. But yeah, it just kind of brings out the unique color of this particular stone. We hardly ever see this shade of pink, at least in pink spinels. We've seen them occasionally in sapphires, but not very much at all. So if you are on the hunt for your perfect pink shade of stone and this is it, just grab it while you can, because I don't think we'll ever find a stone quite this shade of pink and at this size as well. 1 carat 87, not a small stone whatsoever. And I'll try it on for you in a minute just so you can see what I'm talking about. But this one of a kind piece, supposed to go out for $3,999. It is not going to go out for that price today. $39.99. It is not going to be for the designer spiral bypass. I need to come up with a name for it. $39.99. It is not going to be $29.99 either, or even $1,999. You know what's kind of crazy? As I'm looking at it and I'm chopping down my prices here, it almost looks like an arrow kind of spiraling. You see the top of the gold almost as the end of the arrow and the pear shape creating like the head of the arrow, the point. I don't know. I'm still not loving the name of that, but I'll have to workshop it. That's just what's coming to mind right now. $19.99, it is not going to be for this designer ring. Not going to be a $19.99 or $18.88 or even $1,777. And let me just try this on as promised. Again, running a little bit small in my hand, not my size, but it's still, wow, it still looks exceptional. Something about also the all black outfit with the nails, pink and black, one of my favorite combinations. It's doing something to my heart. It looks fantastic. And of course, just get whatever size you need. It will fit true to size. This is just not my current size right now. But yeah, it's just, like I said, do you see what I mean about it being everyday wearable while still providing that unique element to it? It's definitely not a ring that everyone else has. It's definitely one of a kind, even for us. So once it's gone, it will be gone. $17.77. It's not going to be today either. Not going to be $17.77 or even $1,699. Let's just let it go, blow it out. Platinum, pear shape, pink spinel. That is alliteration. I had to think about it for a second to make sure I don't trip over my words. Platinum pear-shaped pink spinel. $16.99. It is not going to. Let's just blow it out. Let's just let it go out the door for $1,599. $15.99, a one of a kind on the wheel. It goes again. $15.99. Definitely balances more on the wheel this way, but of course you can wear it the other way around too, and it will look fantastic. $15.99. I am a little bit sad that you can't change the gold color for this. I mean, I do love the pink spinel in the platinum or the white gold sort of color, the silver color. But if this were to come in any other stone, in yellow, we managed to make this in a blue sapphire and a yellow gold, I think that would look fantastic as well. But unfortunately, this is the way it must be. Alrighty. $15.99. Okay. You know what? Let's dial it back. I feel like I've had a lot of very designer, modern pieces today. Let's bring it back to something a little bit more classic, a little bit more traditional. The real tried and true. So let's bring Miss Designer Pink Spinel off the wheel for a second and bring back something that I'm sure we all know and love. It's a signature mounting, surprise, surprise, with an exceptional stone, exceptional ruby right here. This is going to be item number 1123755. As you can see, it is one of our rubies in the signature mounting. It's a 2-carat 10 Burma ruby with 128 in diamonds all around it in our signature mounting, and it is a signature for a reason, because I feel like this is probably the mounting we are most known for. It's the mounting that we've probably sold the most of. It's tied up there with the bridge. Either the signature or the bridge, they're tied for number one. And it is exceptional. It's a classic for a reason, because you can't go wrong with a signature mounting. Maybe you might not be as adventurous, for those of you who are not that as adventurous with your style, who like to stick to the tried and true and want a luxury stone on top of that, this is the one for you, especially with certain museum level stones. Maybe we're a little bit more hesitant to experiment with slightly more designer mountings, because what if it doesn't look that great? Then it almost feels like it's a bit of a waste. We'd have to melt the gold down again and create something newer. So sometimes we just like to stick in something more traditional because we know it works. And look at that, it definitely works. Right now it's in the yellow gold, as is usually the case with rubies. But you can do it in any gold color you want, white gold or rose gold. Yellow gold just gives it that very classic ruby look, you know, almost feels like a royal ring. The word just popped out of my mind. Heirloom, that's the word. It just gives the feel of an heirloom. It's an heirloom in the making. And for a ring this size, or for a stone this size, I should say, we do not have that many more of these. Rubies are one of those stones that are popular all year round, and that's also a stone that we're not getting any more of. So we constantly get requests for rubies, and we're not always able to fulfill them. And once our supply runs out, they are gone forever. We cannot get any more. This is actually one of those ones where once it's gone, I can pretty safely say we can't get any more ever. So if you have been eyeing a ruby and you really want one of a significant size, now might be your chance to grab this one. I mean, even if it's not this one, it's one of those cases where as soon as you see it, you should be dialing in, because you never know when one day we'll say, we don't have any more, our supply has been exhausted, we cannot fulfill the request, which, by the way, are words that we do not love saying ever. But one day that statement will come out of our mouths and will leave a lot of people unhappy. So grab it while you can. This one was supposed to go out for $9,999 for a 2-carat 10 ruby. That was our TVON price, $9,999. And you know us here at TVON, we never like to give you anything retail. We never like to do anything. If you were to go out into the world, go to Jewelry District, Rodeo Drive, I'm a native Los Angelesian. I don't know the word for it. But I was born and raised here, so those are the places I know. You're not going to find this for $10,000. You're not going to find it for double that price. You're not going to find a ring like this for $20,000. But we're not even going to give it to you for half that retail. We're not going to give it to you for $99.99 or even $89.99 or even $7,999 for a 2-carat-10 oval Burma ruby. Also, ovals, very, very traditional cut. Can't really go wrong with ovals. I know we also have quite a few pear shapes, but not everyone is a fan of the pear shape. I have come to realize it's a little bit polarizing. You either love them or you hate them, but ovals can't really go wrong. Pretty universally accepted. $79.99. It is not going to be for this ruby ring today. Not going to be $79 or $69. Or even $5,999. And I don't know if it's the bling of the diamonds just blinding me, or it's just the unfamiliarity of just being up here again with all those lights in my face, but that ruby stone is definitely catching my eye like crazy right now. I can't take my eyes off the monitor as I'm looking at it. And $59.99 is not going to be your price today. Oh no, it is not. Let's just blow it out. One of the last rubies of this size we have in our inventory. Not going to be $59.99. We really want it to go to a great home. Not going to be $5,999. Let's just blow it out. Let's get it out of here. It needs to find a good home. Someone must adopt this. I don't want to say it's not a child, but it is something that does need a loving home. $59.99 is not going to be. Let's just blow it out for $4,999. Today, brand new low for a 2-carat-10 oval Burma ruby, almost over 1 1/4 carat of diamonds all around, and a significant gold weight. It is our signature mounting. Let me just turn it around here so you can see, but it is also fully finished in the back, so not going to catch, not going to snag on anything with that sort of 4-leaf clover style design. Fully finished, extremely comfortable to wear, and yeah, what more could you want in a ring? $49.99. Let's get it out of here. And this is just the tip of the iceberg for our luxury pieces. Joyce definitely did not give me a shortage of things that belong in a museum. I feel a little bit unsafe just looking at it sitting here on the set, but it's a shame to keep them in the dark. So I believe this next piece, it has only been presented once, and quite a few people missed it. So I feel like it's only fitting that we bring it back for our special online audience. Ooh, look at her. Yes, I think it was only on the air for 1 day, and then it was put back deep into our inventory, and it's now time for it to make a resurgence, much like myself. This is going to be item number 1123037. I believe this is also the ring which prompted a days-long guessing game, which I had the pleasure of also taking many of your lovely calls. Great to hear from you all. Yes, this is our one and only unheated bicolor zoisite. And yeah, second time it's been on the air. Very happy to be the one to bring it. As you can see, it has that beautiful gradient from that pink, darker, more purplish pink to that almost yellow, orange, like pale pink at the top pear shape. And because this is so rare, we literally only have one. If you want one in a smaller size, sorry, we don't have it. If you want anything bigger in a different shape, sorry, we don't have that either. And because it is so exceptionally rare, we put it in this one-of-a-kind designer mounting to match the one-of-a-kind designer stone. This mounting itself, just that gold weight alone should kill us, but it's not. You could kill a person. You blind it with that sort of a ruffles design detail. But on top of that, we had to add a boatload of diamonds on it as well. It has a 2 carat 39 total weight of pink, yellow, and white diamonds. Because it's so much, we didn't even bother writing down the different carat weights of each color diamonds, and it's all wrapped up in this, it's just packaged in this beautiful rose gold as well. Let me just also show the back. I know, why would I want to show the back for such an exceptional ring? I just want to show the back just so you can see it is not hollow. This is a hefty ring, everybody. I was blinded the first time I saw it, thought that effect would wear off pretty quickly. It has not. It is still as beautiful as the first time I ever laid eyes on it. And again, special sort of ruffly flounce design detail. I'm not quite sure what to call it yet. It's almost like that Elizabethan style collar, the first Elizabethan style collar. It's quite beautiful, it gives it a very feminine edge. We could have just done an entire shield of however many halos that is of diamonds, but we decided to do something a little bit different, give it that little ruffly edge. Ooh, looks like we have our first request up here, and I think these are spoken for, so we'll bring it right up. Perfect timing. We're talking about museum level pieces. That one certainly qualifies. But yes, first time it was up here created quite a splash. I thought, why not bring it back for our limited audience, to those who may have missed it. Now, for something this rare, with this much gold, with this many diamonds, I have here, it was valued at approximately $140,400. That is a lot. That is what this ring is supposed to go for. That is a significant ring. But we really wanted to honor it. We wanted it to go to a very special collector, someone who could really appreciate its beauty, its rarity. So we have done a great number on this one. $140,000. It is not. It's not even going to be half of $140,000. Not even going to be $70,000 tonight. And I believe it has been marked down from the first time we brought it up. I don't want to create riots to the phone line, so unfortunately I will not be broadcasting the price on the air right now. But if you would like to find out the price for this lovely one-of-kind, please give us a call. We'll be happy to answer any and all questions you have. Like I said, usually I'm more comfortable sitting behind the computer screen, so I have all the information for you. From the top of my head, if you have any other details about this ring that you would like to inquire about, I don't have them on the top of my head, but all of your operators, the people in the phone bank, they will know that. So just give them a call, ask them questions. They will be happy to provide all the information you need. I see we have nicknamed this the Pink Sunset. It's also known as the Pink Lady, I believe I've seen on the bag. All apt names. Pink is definitely the star of the show of this ring. So yeah, if you are interested in the second time it's a renaissance on this show, please give us a call, because we're going to do something really special for you on this piece. For this next one, on the ear. All right. Does she need to see it close up as well? All right. Okay, while this one is spinning on the wheel here, let me go ahead and try this next piece on the ear. Now, I will give you the item number, Tony, just in case, but it is spoken for, I believe. They just wanted to see it on the ear, but all right. This is going to be item number 1120674. Like I said, very museum level, no? Yes, this is our 2 carat 60 oval Paraiba stud earrings. One of its kind, so whoever got them, congratulations. You swept this under the rug from everybody, I'm sure. So congratulations on that. Definitely a great pair of studs. I mean, I don't even think they can qualify as studs. These are almost the type of studs I would say that are like the stud that look like a drop, wouldn't you say? By the way, the person who passed these requests on to me was Joyce, so say hi, Joyce. Am I doing a good job in your absence? I feel like I'm like a substitute teacher. Yeah, you see me once every blue moon. Yes. Yes, so these were a carat and 30 each, so the one on my ear is a carat 30 alone, and with 20 points in diamonds around it for just this one earring. So total 2 carat 60 in oval paraibas and 40 points in diamonds. And yes. I just realized I put these on my ear without, we have a little box up here because I know the TV may be a little bit misleading, but me and Joyce are not tall creatures. We're a little bit vertically challenged, so the earrings might not be perfectly in frame. So I'm sorry for that, but I hope you get the idea. Did you see them? All right, thank you so much. Let's go back to that zoisite on the wheel right there. Yeah, perfect timing. Like, if I showed this with one of our more wearable everyday pieces, I think it would just have looked out of place, but it's just impeccable timing. Okay. Now, I feel like it's doing a disservice to any piece I show after this, but it must be done. As much as I'd like to stay on this piece all day, I cannot. So it looks like I have another request coming up, so I'm sorry to whatever piece this is. It's going to pale in comparison, but we will do our very best. For Nikki, great. Oh, looks like at least our ruby from earlier inspired someone, because we have another ruby in a mounting that we have seen earlier. This is going to be item number 1119270. If you recall from early in the show, I had a black opal in a mounting very similar. This is our 107 oval Burma ruby with 52 points in diamonds in that single halo around it. Again, very wearable style right here. It's just a simple single halo and not a large museum level piece, but great for every day and has that iconic Burma ruby color, that sort of purple red. I don't know the exact color term for it. Usually I'm pretty good at naming my colors, but this one I'm having a hard time placing. But yes, definitely one of the rubies that are more palatable to the everyday consumer, I would like to say. And this was a great request. Right now it is in the white gold, and this is one of the rare instances where I believe it has to stay in the white gold. But if any of our audience was curious to see what our rubies look like in the white gold, this would be it. Like I said, most of the time we set our rubies in the yellow because it gives it that sort of traditional classic heirloom style look. With the white gold, it definitely looks a bit more modern. It's a modern take on a timeless classic. And for this 1 carat one, significantly smaller, but by no means less spectacular, it was supposed to go out for $39.99, but we would like to do something special for our requester, Nikki, I believe. Thank you for being here today. $39.99. It is not going to be $29.99 or even $1,999. You know what? She actually called at a great time because I can see here that we've also just gave it a new markdown. So great timing. Let me just try it on for her as well. And it looks like this ring is a little bit too large for my hand. The current sample, of course. So Nikki, if you do decide to take it, just take it in whatever size you normally wear. It should fit great. But yeah, today I'm just, Goldilocks isn't my friend today. $19.99, it is not going to be tonight. Not going to be $19.99 or $18.88 or even $1,777. Even from a distance, you can see that red of the ruby just winking away at you. And as I'm moving, because of the diamonds, it's not teeny tiny side diamonds. They are quite large, in fact. You can just see them winking away at you. $17.77, it is not going to be. Not even going to be $1,599. that's the price we had it up for last. It is not going to be today. We want it to go to our requester or anyone else who decides they might want to take it. $15.99, it is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Let's let it go out for $1,399. $13.99. Sounds like we might be verifying. Let's just double check. $13.99. For anyone who is just an avid fan of the rubies, or anyone who might just want to start their collection of rubies. After all, they are probably one of those stones that will only increase in value as the time goes. It's like houses, or I don't know what else increases as time goes by. Inflation? Currency? $13.99 it is going to be. If you're looking to start your collection, this is definitely a great way to do so. If you just love rubies, just a great classic addition to any existing collection you may have. Okay. Looks like we're verifying on this one, so let's not make it have any confusion. Let's just move right along, shall we? And let's bring out something that I have definitely not seen before. It may not be new here, but it's definitely new to me. Ooh, let's see if she'll stand on its own. This is going to be item number 1123-167. Ooh, it doesn't want to stand. I don't think I might have to just hold it like this. Ooh. Ooh, okay. It's gonna lay down, but I will hold it up. It is, yes. It looks like it's not new here. It is our mother of pearl freeform earrings. I'm just gonna hold up one just so you can see what it looks like. Maybe it's better on the hand. Yeah, scale better. Yeah, it's not gonna want to stand on the wheel, is it? There we go. Yes, I'm gonna have to hold it up. Yes, item number 1123-167. It's our freeform mother of pearl earrings. 10 karat 43 total, with 21 points in white diamonds, just accented there. We definitely wanted the mother of pearl to speak for itself. In this very, I don't want to say modern, I mean it is kind of modern. Usually when we see this type of shape, it's usually made with plastics or in sort of a costume jewelry type of setting. Very rare that we see this type of shape in fine jewelry, in rare specimen, rare stones. But here it is, and right now I'm holding one, but there are in fact two of them. And it has a significant size as well. It's a 1 carat and a quarter, so definitely not teeny tiny drop earrings, but it's one of those pieces that has that unique blend, that's the unique marriage of fine jewelry and fashion jewelry almost. You see the shape a lot when you're looking through magazines and editorials, when they're not just advertising jewelry, they're advertising an entire look. This is the type of shape that kind of does that. It accentuates your already existing outfit, and right now it's that sort of what's the word? Translucent sort of milky white color, and white does go with most things, so it's also one of those pieces that is universal to anything you may wear in the future. And of course with the yellow gold to balance it out, to contrast it, it just creates an excellent contrasting border around everything just to accentuate the shape even more. Let me just show it against the hand right now just so you can see what size we are talking about, because wow, it is definitely one of those that will have people stop and stare on the streets. Definitely one of those pieces that is for more of those fashion girlies in our audience. And for this particular piece, we were supposed to let it go for $19.99, but that is not going to be our price today. These earrings are definitely on the more whimsical, more fun side here. At TVON, we rarely do anything of this shape or size. Usually our drop earrings, I think they max out at around 1 inch, maybe 2. This is kind of in that in between, but it's because of the width of it as well, it just gives it that extra presence. And they are exceptional. $19.99, it is not going to be today, however. Back on the wheel it goes. $19.99, it is not going to be. Not going to be 19 or 18 or even $17.99. And yeah, these are definitely, this is probably one of my favorite pair of earrings we have today. Definitely one I can see myself wearing probably the most. And $17.99, it is not going to be 17 or 16 or 15. Wow, that gate is rattling like crazy. I don't know if our phone bank can hear that, but it is a little bit concerning, but it's probably just the weather being a little bit angry today. $15.99, it is not going to be 15 or 14 or 13 or even $1,299. Let me go ahead and try this on the ear for you. Luckily, I believe my ears are still bare. Hold on. From the last pair of earrings I tried on, there is against the ear. Ooh, there's no backing right now. So unfortunately, they're gonna have to stay like this and my hair is in the way. But as you can see, definitely not a small pair of earrings. Ooh, looks like I accidentally poked a hole. So let's go back on the wheel before you have to see me bleed on air. That's not a great thing. I guess I put it in earlier and I did not realize. Ooh, I believe that is a first here at TVON. Wow. Not sure I can say that about many things, but guess I'm the first to bleed on air. $12.99, it is not for these pair of earrings. Don't worry, if you do decide to take them, we will clean them and make sure they are fully sterilized. $12.99, it is not going to be 12 or 11 or even $1,099. Let's just blow it out. Let's let it go, get out of here for $999 for its grand debut. $999. Was that a requester, Tim? Thank you so very much. I hope she loves them. I don't know if she had that one just in mind. Maybe she had like a mental check mark of that one, but that is a great piece nonetheless. Sorry? Oh, that is such a great idea. I'm sure she will love it. It's such a classic piece. If just to gift, it's just a wonderful thing to have. All right. Moving along. Yeah, I'm sure if I got it for my mother, she would love it as well. It's just one of those extremely classic, well-loved stones. And even if you're not a jewelry aficionado, rubies are just one of those things where it's universally known. All right. Moving along right here, if I can just maneuver this. Next up, we have look at that. Another almost designer mounting, but a little bit still on the more classic side. This is going to be item number 1123551. This is our 53-point oval unheated pod parasha with 50 points in white diamonds all across the band there. Oh, I just realized it is top of the hour. Maybe I should say hello. So I'll get right back to that ring in just a second. But hello to everyone who's just tuning in. My name is Joanne. For those of you guys who may not know, I am back after a long hiatus to give Joyce her overdue break. So thank you for joining me today. It has been a long while, but if you have any requests, please give us a call. Let us know. I'm sure our people in the back will be happy to bring them out for you. And yeah, if you want to see anything from earlier, please let us know as well. I'll be happy to go back and recap everything. Yeah, so let's just get back into the jewelry. I'm sure you guys don't want to see my face. So next up we have the 53-point pod parasha with 50 points in white diamonds all across the band there in this sort of designer style as well, but still very balanced, very symmetrical. I'm not saying those as bad adjectives. Those are definitely very good adjectives. It just contributes to a very classic mounting, very wearable mounting. And pod parasha is again one of those stones we don't have as much as we'd like to, considering how many requests we get for it every single day, and because they're also very different across the board. We have a lot of pod parashas that run maybe slightly more orange. We have some that run slightly more pink, and it's just hard to meet one that you can find that suits everybody's taste. So if you've been looking for a pod prasha in specifically the shade of sort of pink, definitely more on the pink side, this could be the one for you, and it's an exceptional mounting to boot. Supposed to go out for $29.99. That is not going to be our price today. Not going to be $29.99. Also, great use of the negative space. It's a way where you can have a slightly wider mounting without all the gold. There's something so beautiful about using open spaces and negative space to contribute to a design. This might be getting a little bit technical talk, but using negative space is a great way to utilize something when there is nothing. And this is definitely an exceptional piece for sure. It gives you that larger look while still maintaining its dainty and delicate nature, as I'm sure the designer intended. And let me just go ahead and try this one on for you. It is an exceptional piece. As you can see, this is what I mean by wide band, but still maintaining its delicate, dainty nature. It almost looks like line work, or it's being drawn on your finger in diamonds and gold. And the stone just perfectly nestles in between the three lines. And like I said, it's supposed to go out for $29.99, but that is not going to be our end-all be-all price tonight on the first Friday of April, the first Friday of the year where it's me instead of our lovely Joyce, who you've all been accustomed to. $29.99, it is not going to be today. Not going to be $29.99 or $19.99 or even $17.77. We're going to bring this down to a low price for those of our pod prasha, almost forgot how to pronounce that, pod prasha aficionados, or anyone who just loves the pinks, anyone who has been looking for a unique colored sapphire, or anyone who just really likes this sort of mounting, this sort of dainty but still with playing with the width that traditional wider bands have. This definitely, I have very short stubby fingers, so not usually the type of mounting I personally go for. I like mountings that sort of elongate the finger, but I know a lot of people out there also have very long, very elegant fingers where a mounting like this just kind of accents it, highlights it extremely well. So back on the wheel it goes. $17.77 is not going to be our price today. $17.77, it is not going to be $17.77 or $16.99. or even $1,599. And yes, you can get this in any gold color you want. Right now it's in the white gold, but if you would like it in the yellow gold, go for it. If you'd like it in the rose gold, that is okay too. $15.99, it is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Definitely on the newer side. It's not brand new, but is newer to me for sure. I haven't seen many of this mounting at all. $15.99 is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Let's get it out of here. Let's let it go for $1,399. $13.99 for the pinky, not quite purple pod prasha, but definitely not quite orange either. $13.99. All right. And yes, of course, like if you have any other requests today, I think we've gotten a few. You can always give us a call. That's probably the fastest way we get wind of requests, but if you call us. But if you want to just leave a request or a comment on Facebook or YouTube, which is I'm sure where you're watching us today, because those are the only channels in which we are available, someone will see them as well. So just leave your requests in whichever form you feel comfortable, and someone will get it up to me, I'm sure. Okay, moving on. Next up, I did mention we have quite a few brooches today, so let's get through another one, shall we? let's move this aside for right now. And next up we have, ooh, look at that. It's just a shield of its own, and that one is gonna have to lay flat right now while I zoom out a little bit because it is not going to fit all in frame in its current state right now. This is going to be item number 1123710, and it is a brooch. As you can see, it has 14 and 18 karat gold, white gold to be exact, and 1 karat 84 in emerald cut emeralds in the 3 stones, as you see, and 7 points in diamonds just interspersed throughout that sort of great netting design pattern in the middle over there. And wow, it is such a great brooch, is it not? It really tells a story. I was trying to think of what story it's trying to tell before the show here. I couldn't exactly think of one, but it definitely paints a picture. It's if the first brooch we had today, which is the B, if that one was, you know, meant more for the wearer, not for the witnesses of the person wearing it, this is definitely for everyone else. This is for everyone to enjoy, both the person wearing it and everyone who might stumble across it. If you are someone who is into their statement jewelry or who likes just pieces being noticed, this is definitely the piece for you. I almost said garment. It's so big you might mistake it for a garment. It is not. It is definitely a piece of jewelry. It is spectacular. Definitely one of a kind. Cannot make another one, even if we tried. Finding 3 matching emerald cut emeralds, first of all, with that sort of clarity and color, very, very difficult. And then all the workmanship and the labor that's just going into, yes? Oh, thank you so much. You gotta let me know who is taking those. The mother of pearl earrings, the very modern long carat and a quarter ones, are gone, so thank you very much. But yes, back to the one-of-a-kind designer brooch. Sorry? Thank you so much, Mary Ellen. I'm sure you'll love those. Those are an exceptional one-of-a-kind piece. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again, so definitely something that you can brag about saying you probably have the only one of. Anyways, back onto the brooch. Very hard finding 3 matching stones. Probably can't do the labor for this one again, except it's another one of those tapestry style pieces where each individual component is supposed to tell its own story, and it's really up to the witness to determine what that story is. It is a piece that I'm sure it has heirloom potential. It's something that you can pass on to your children, your grandchildren, and it will live beyond our years. And for a unique art piece such as this, I don't even want to just limit it to just calling it jewelry. It is truly a piece of art all on its own. It was supposed to go out of here at TVON for $79.99, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that today, and it's going to slip out of my grasp right now. And I said it is a brooch. It is. If you look in the back here, you can see the pin, very similar to the B. You just pull it out of that wider head right there. There's a little bevel that you can pull the pin out from, and then you can take the pin out from the side. It's just so it's safe for you as you're wearing it. You don't prick yourself or anything. But as you can see, I'm holding it. There's a bunch of little holes on the side on the perimeter of the pin as well. So if you really, really, really wanted to wear it as a pendant, you could as well. It would definitely be a showstopper as a pendant as well. Just a number of ways you can wear this. It's yeah, definitely not small. I know you're seeing how much I had to zoom out. You can see the back of the wheel, but yeah, it is definitely not a small piece. I'll show it up against my hand in just a moment so you can see as well. But supposed to go out for $79.99. It is not going to be that price today. Not going to be $79.99. Not even going to be half of $79.99. Not even going to be $45.99 on this Friday evening. And let me just show it against the hand just so you can see exactly what kind of size we're talking about. As you can see, just the width of it is about the width of 2 of my fingers. And my fingers, while they may be short, they are not the thinnest of fingers. That's just how wide it is. So the length is definitely something not to ignore either. I believe the specific measurement is 1 5/8 inches, so it's a little over an inch and a half. Definitely not able to turn this into a ring or anything. You could only wear it as a brooch or a pendant. And yeah, it's, like I said, heirloom potential. Definitely something that it could definitely be something you pass on, and maybe you'll make up a story as you go. A way to entertain the children. It's just, I love how much thought and intention was made into this specific piece. Like I said, it can't be limited to just jewelry. It's a piece of art, it's a story, it's has so much more meaning than just jewelry for vanity's sake. And back on the wheel it goes $45.99. It is not going to be today. Not going to be $45.99 or $44.99 or $43 or even $4,299 today. Yeah, this is definitely a special, exceptional piece. And again, emerald's a very, very classic stone. In a similar vein to rubies. You tell someone it's an emerald, they know, oh, it's a stone that's green. That might be the extent of their knowledge, but at least they know what emeralds may look like. So definitely a very classic stone as well. $42.99. It is not going to be today. Not going to be $42 or $41 or even $4,099. One of a kind. Going to be someone's passing on piece. $4,099. It is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. It should go to a great home for generations to come. Let's just make it $3,999. $39.99 for this one-of-a-kind piece. Like I said, has to stay in the white gold with all of that workmanship and detail. We're not going to be able to replicate this, at least in its full nature. So white gold it has to be. $39.99. And let me just show it from lengthwise so you can see how it could be worn as intended. I mean, the pin is going straight up and down, but the beauty of a brooch is you don't necessarily have to wear it like this. I mean, as a pendant you could and have gravity do the work, but there are holes all around. So again, not necessarily the way it has to go. So yeah, you could wear it in any direction you see fit. Right now I have it with the emeralds on the upper hemisphere, but you could wear it the other way as well. And maybe it tells a different story that way. I'm not sure. It's really up to the perception of the wearer. It's up to the wearer's discretion. But yeah, it is an exceptional piece. It's unlimited in the ways you wear it, unlimited in the stories you tell. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm looking at my lineup today again, and I'm realizing I don't have any rings. Usually our shows are jam-packed with rings. That's the thing we have most of. But I think I think Joyce may have realized my sort of freeform weird taste and realized that rings are probably the most restrictive in the number of ways you wear them. You can only wear rings as rings. Maybe you could put it on a chain and wear it as a pendant, but that's not very often that happens. So she gave me a lot of pendants and brooches and earrings, things that's more easy to express oneself. So thank you for that. So continuing with that, let's continue with our sense of whimsy with our next piece. Looks like someone may be thinking about this. We're not sure. We'll check back on them in a second. But yeah, I have a lot, like I said, a lot of brooches today, so let's just continue on, why don't we, in our brooch / pendant style. Ooh, whimsy, but in a very, very different way. This is definitely more of a playful piece. I'm gonna have to set it down while I once again recalibrate my camera here. This is going to be item number 1123720, and this is definitely, I feel like, very fitting for this week. Hi. Thank you. Let me tell her, I feel very rusty being up here, but as like time is going on, I feel like it's getting a little bit easier and easier, but still not like how it used to. Thank you. But yes, this pendant, it's an 18 karat gold, 53 points in round white diamonds, and like I said, I feel like it's perfect for this week. After all, it is the first week of April. I know April Fool's is just on one day, but like I said, this year feels like it's just a week-long cosmic joke. So why not bring a Joker pendant slash brooch, right? Perfect fitting. We can't really show this any other week, but it's a clown Joker. Again, up to interpretation. Right now the bail is being very difficult and having me present on the wheel, so let's hold it by the pin side. It is a brooch slash pendant again. Actually, I don't know if it's meant to be a pendant, but as you can see, the clown is holding a ring, so you could loop a chain around that and wear it as a pendant if you would like. Yeah, it's very fitting for this week, isn't it? And for those of our audience who has a more playful side, maybe has a sense of humor, or if you want to gift this to someone who also has a sense of humor, this could be the one for you. I just love how adorable it is. I definitely have people in my life who would love to wear something like this. Just maybe if you were wearing a boring gray pantsuit and just want to add something a little bit of personality, maybe not a ton, but just a tiny little smidgen of personality, this could be that piece. And definitely not as big in size as the last one. You saw how much more I had to zoom in. This is only 1.25 inches in length. At least that's from the ring, I believe, to the foot. From the ring to the foot's about 1.25 inches. So if you wore it like how I'm holding it on the wheel right here, it definitely does seem a bit smaller. But yeah, definitely a unique piece, which I don't think we've had anything quite like this before here at TVON. So it's nice to see something a little bit different that tells a much more obvious story, obvious message. It's definitely on the nose for sure. I know we are a sucker for nuance and subtlety, but this completely bypasses that. This particular clown Joker brooch was supposed to go out for $19.99, but because I feel like TVON might be playing a little bit of a joke on me, we're gonna play a little bit of a joke on them. We're gonna bring it down by quite a bit. This is probably going to put us in the red a little bit, but we can just say we're going with the theme of the show, the theme of the piece. $19.99, it isn't going to be today. This is gonna be our little joke on TVON. Your little joke on TVON. For me, it's gonna get me in trouble. So you're getting to play the prank without having to deal with the consequences. I'm the only person who gets to deal with those. $19.99, it is not going to be today, not going to be $19.99 or $18.88 or even $1,777. Let me just show it against the hand so you can see what kind of size we're dealing with here. As you can see, definitely not huge like that emerald bamboo grate pin from earlier, but that still has a little bit of size to it. It's just you kind of need to lean in a little bit closer to see the details of exactly what it is, but you can definitely tell it is a person for sure. It's just, it's so fun and whimsy and definitely different from everything we've ever had. It still has that monochromatic tone to it, so it still gives that feeling of luxury with the gold and diamonds, but it definitely brings a bit of fun to your jewelry if you want it to add that. $17.77, it is not even going to be a $14.99 or even $12.99. Ooh, bless you. Looks like allergies is still taking a strong foothold here at TVON. $12.99 it is not going to be. Let's blow it out for one very lucky jokester in our audience. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $999. What bigger joke can we play on TVON than making the price 50% of what it should be? $999. Back on the wheel it goes. Such an adorable clown gesture. What do you think, Joyce? Does it look like a clown or a jester to you? She says clown. She's more of a circus animal than I am, I suppose. All right. Moving right along to whatever I show next is going to be more serious, quote unquote, have a more serious tone to it, wouldn't it? So let's just move it along, shall we? All right, next up, we have a piece that we've had here for quite some time, but it hasn't gotten a ton of airtime, so I thought it was only fitting that I bring it out. Similar to me, I feel like I relate to it. I haven't gotten that much airtime recently. This pendant hasn't gotten that much airtime recently, so we're a match made in heaven. So next up, we have, I know, like I said, lots of pendants and brooches. Luckily, this one's not a brooch, but it is still something you wear along your neckline. So let's move the clown away for a second and bring out a new-ish variation on our smile necklace. This is going to be item number 1118072. Like I said, not a new item, but definitely not something we've had for a lot on the air. It is a variation of our smile necklace, but to me it's almost like, I call this the peas in a pod. Definitely one of those pieces where I could see gifting two of. If you have daughters, granddaughters, if you have a friend you want to give it to show everlasting bond, I feel like this is kind of an adorable way to do so. You could get two in different gold colors and just have your personality match each one. It's just kind of a great piece. It's, like I said, we all know and love our smile necklaces. It's usually just a simple band of prong set diamonds just arranged in that smile shape, that slight curve, crescent shape, and it's very stationary. But what's unique about this, I don't think I can show on the wheel, but let me just demonstrate it on the hand. I don't know. Ooh, it's getting a little crazy. Cosmic joke. Universe didn't like that one. I don't know if you can see, but they kind of shift. If you move them to the side, the diamonds move ever so slightly, so they have a little bit of motion to them, which I think is super fun, and it doesn't flip or do anything like that. It's just, again, has a little bit of a sense of whimsy. Like I said, I could definitely see this as something you can give to a granddaughter, two granddaughters, a friend of yours, to just show some type of bond. I mean, the saying two peas in a pod, coming from the same, cut from the same cloth, those are all sayings that show, you know, everlasting love, familial love, something like that. It is a metaphor put into a very beautiful classic piece of jewelry. And we are limited on these. We do have a couple, so you are able to get a few, but we are limited in every gold color, white being the majority of the ones we have in stock, but we also have a couple in yellow. And if you're one of our rose gold lovers, we do have one in rose gold. So if you would like it, please dial early in rose gold, because when that one's gone, unfortunately, I don't think we can get another one. So for this variation of our smile necklace, and 96 points in diamonds, by the way, I believe our largest smile necklace is like a little over a carat of diamonds, and they're all prong set. These are bezel set, and then you have a framework of gold around it as well. That's just adding more gold to your price tag, but we're gonna bring this down to a great value for our callers here today. Supposed to be for $39.99, it is not going to be. $39.99 it is not going to be $29.99 or even $1,999. Let me bring it back on the wheel here. And I know for a fact that our smile necklace has, oh, I'm covering some of the diamonds, we can't have that. I know for a fact that our smile necklace has a little bit of a cult following here. It's one of those pieces that are quickly becoming one of the classics in terms of our necklaces. Obviously, the most classic necklace we have here at TVON, it's probably going to be the DBTY. We have the most variation of that one in any carat weight, gold color variation you can think of. Smile necklaces, we only have a couple sizes. They're all stationary, but this is probably the one that's most different in that sort of family, and similar to most of our popular necklaces, it is adjustable 16, 17 to 18. We want to fit as many wearers as possible, so we wanted to encompass all of that. And yeah, this is definitely one that is a great modern take on one of our classic pieces. If I were to wear a smile necklace, it'd probably be this one, especially if the other smile necklaces, if you got it in a different gold color, it's a little bit hard to see from a distance because they are prong set. They don't have that much gold to it. You can kind of only tell the gold color by the chain. But with this one, because of all the gold around it, the bezel set diamonds, the framework around the diamonds, you can definitely see the contrast of the gold. So if you're a yellow gold lover, if you're a rose gold lover, you'll definitely see that within this necklace. I don't want to say in the other smile necklaces it's almost a waste, but in my brain, it's just, you don't really see it as much. So the only person who knows what gold color is the person wearing it, but to this one, you can see what gold color it is. It's very obvious to any witness. So, and $19.99 is not going to be today, not going to be at $19.99 or even $15.99. Like I said, we wanted this to be a great value to all because we are so limited in this version of our smile necklace. We can call this a limited edition smile necklace almost. It's something that we're going to have a rerun in a couple of years from today, but it's not going to be here all year round like the other smile necklaces are. $15.99, it is not going to be $15.99 or $13.99. Or even $1,199. Let's blow this out. We really wanted our audience to be, our special Friday audience to be first come, first serve for this particular necklace, because if we broadcast this with our normal audience, there's probably going to be riots to the phone lines. $1,199, it is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $1,099. For any of our regular audiences who has been waiting for a continuation of our smile collection, this could be it. And like I said, as you saw in the hand, which I can show again in a moment, definitely not a small size in terms of the smile necklaces. We have ones that are a little bit smaller, more suitable for everyday, but this one definitely has more of a presence, makes more of an impact. Yeah, it's a shame we can only do a couple of these, but we really wanted to do something a little bit different to such a classic piece. Alrighty. And we are officially just past the halfway of the show mark. I can do a little recap if you'd like. Oh, slipping again. Bit of a escape artist this one is. We can do a little bit of a recap of what we've had in the beginning of what's still here if you would like, or if you, again, this is online only today. So if you wanted to do a rewind and you saw something that you want me to show again, please give us a call, let us know. And because we're halfway through the show, we only have about 90 minutes left in our broadcast. So if you would like to place a request that you want to see in the next 90 minutes, please let us know that as well. We'd be happy to bring you anything you want to see. Okay. Smile necklace, peas in a pod necklace. Moving on and back to the museum quality level jewelry. Wow, I did promise, I feel like I've under-delivered a little bit, but now we're back on track. This is going to be item number 1121821. It's one of our iconic pink diamonds, pinkish, purplish pink diamonds to be exact. One of our pink diamonds that is definitely more saturated in color. This is our 30-point marquee cut fancy purplish pink diamond with a GIA certificate for the stone, with 35 points in pink diamonds and 69 points in white diamonds around it in our classic bridge mounting. I believe this is our first bridge of today, which I'm a little bit shocked by. Like I said, signature bridge, always a tie for which one we have more of, and surprised we only saw one of each so far today. Yeah, it's one of the most unique pink diamonds we have in our inventory, most notably in the cutting and the color. We don't really have any pink diamonds that we can officially call purplish pink, especially not called that by the GIA. But here it is. And marquise cuts, also such a unique cut, but every time we have a marquise cut for almost any stone, it goes very, very quickly because it has the unique quality of elongating the finger, because typically marquise cuts, they have points on either ends. It's on the skinnier side. It just kind of elongates the hand and is still being symmetrical from both vertically and horizontally, unlike pear shapes. But it's very, very hard to come across shapes like this. Whenever we have it in any rare common stone, they always go very, very quickly. So if you like this one, I believe this is the only marquise we have in our inventory as of this moment as well. So if you see this one and you're thinking, oh, I can wait until another marquise comes along, I wouldn't hold your breath. Those are few and far between. And because such a unique stone with that unique color, unique cutting, we decided to wanted to embrace the qualities of the stone the best way we know how, to put it in one of our most classic mountings. Like I said, in a very classic bridge, but with the one with pink and white diamonds, really to show off the pink of the stone itself. So because of those two diamonds in the mix, it's going to have to stay in the gold color as you see right now, the white and rose, but we always love a contrasting color moment, and white and pink, similar to black and pink, always a great combination. And this one, I'm very, very happy to say, my first pink diamond of the night, I believe it's my only pink diamond of the night, has got a brand new markdown today. Last time we had it up here, I believe it was meant to go out the door for $13,999. I'm starting to trip over my words again. It was supposed to go out for $13,999, but that is not going to be our price today. Management and probably Joyce decided it was a good idea. We really wanted this to go to a great home, to bring it down lower to the lowest of the low for our Friday, April Fool's Friday. So $13,999 is not going to be our price today. Not going to be $13,000 or even $10,000. Or even $9,999 on this Friday evening. I got so excited my voice is starting to disintegrate a little bit again. Gotta stay hydrated. But anyways, $9,999. It is not going to be, not even going to be $89.99 or even $7,999. I believe we finally reached the halfway point, and we're not even stopping there. Let me just go ahead and try this one on for you, because I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't try it on. I'm just saying that to justify putting it on. I can't resist putting on a piece of jewelry as blingy and standout, exceptional piece as this one. And even though I am not wearing a stitch of white or pink today, it just goes beautifully with the all black ensemble. If you're anything like me, I love an all monochromatic ensemble, but this is just something that accentuates your monochromatic look. Because of the white, it just kind of brings everything out, makes the ring definitely the star of the show. And of course, the pink diamond just demands to be the center of attention. And it and you can be the center of attention, and not even for $79.99. Like I said, brand new markdown today with a GIA cert, museum level quality, purplish pink, fancy purplish pink diamond. And don't take my word for it, I'll show you the cert in a second, that has been declared by the GIA. Not even going to be for $79.99. Let's just blow it out. April Fool's Friday. April Fool's Friday. Tripping over again. Not going to be $79.99. Let's just blow it out. Back on the wheel it goes. And I just had to crack a knuckle just to get this off my finger. That's how much I love it. $79.99 is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $6,999 on this fabulous Friday evening. I believe it can officially be considered evening. I think it might be at least starting to get dark outside. I'm not sure. We are in a enclosed studio with no windows, but I believe it's starting to get dark at this moment. $69.99. $69.99, brand new markdown today. And it's also a VS quality stone, so very, very minimal inclusions. We know how much of a stickler for quality we are here at TVON. Most of our diamonds are VS, and if they are not, we always state otherwise. So, and as promised, here is the shot of the certification. As you can see, color grade, fancy purplish pink. You have all the dimensions of the stone right there. You have all the details you could possibly need, all there for you. And this comes with the ring. I know some of if those of you guys who do not know, for the pieces of jewelry that aren't certified, you can request a certification to go along with your jewelry if you like, for an additional fee. But this one, no fee necessary. This one just comes with it, and it's from the GIA. Yes. So, yeah, it's a great deal all around. Usually once it comes with this piece of paper, it's expected that it gets marked up by a crazy amount, but that's just not the TVON philosophy. $69.99. Back on the wheel it goes. As much as we love staring at a piece of paper with words on it, I think we'd much rather look at pink diamonds. All right. Joyce, any of these pieces that you were saving for yourself that you would like me to take a run at before you take over? No? I thought you'd have more opinions on this since you did choose most of these items. Okay. Moving along. I know I had a pair of earrings earlier that unfortunately were already spoken for, but I hope this next piece can make up for it. So let's bring this away for just a second and bring out, a significant Paraíba. Wow, look at that. This is item number 1122280. It is a 99 point. It's 0.01 carats shy from a full carat, 0.99 carat pear-shaped Paraíba with 74 points in round diamonds around it. And it is that elongated pear shape. So like I said, elongated shapes help elongate the finger. If you suffer from the same affliction I have of having short and stubby fingers, this should help alleviate that. Right now it's in the white gold, but it looks like you can get it in any gold color you so choose. But look at the color of that stone. I think that if you were to change any gold color, it's just taking away from that color of that stone. It looks like we also have a request coming up that we will show right after this. Who is this for? All right, mystery requester. No problem. That will be coming up next. But yes, exceptional stone. Again, blue-green color, leaning a little bit more green than blue, but that's a very unique shade right there. That sort of perfect cyan color. And of course, we want to put it in a mounting that does not diminish its beauty in any way. We didn't want to just do two plain halos of white diamonds around it. I almost said white gold. It's already in white gold. We didn't want to do two plain halos of white diamonds around us. So instead, we sort of converted those halos into that sort of leaf pattern you see right here and added with the split shank, mostly for stability, but also just as a fun design element to it. It's just so it doesn't flop around while it's both on the wheel and on your hand. It is an exceptional piece all around. So if you were a little bit Paraíba deprived today, I hope this is helping to soothe your withdrawal symptoms. 99 points in pure, and look at the clarity of the stone. Of course, Paraíbas all naturally come with inclusion. That's just a result of the copper bearing tourmaline. That's just kind of, that's just the deal of that type of stone. But for a Paraíba, it is very, very clean. You can barely see any cloudiness in it. It's not completely clear, of course, because that's just not the character of the stone, but it's still very clear for what it is. So definitely an exceptional clarity for a Paraíba, and for a stone of this quality, of this size, almost a carat. I feel like it should be considered a carat, but we want to be precise here. It's not a carat. It was supposed to go out of here for $12,999. $12,999 for this Paraíba ring. Again, like I said, no shortage of museum level pieces here today. It's supposed to go out for that much. It's not going to be $12,999 today. Not even going to be $10,999 or even $99.99. We really do want this to go to a special home, no matter if you're a Paraíba collector, if you just love these sort of elongated pear shapes in this mounting, if you just love a blue-green stone, as I'm sure it's a very common favorite color among the masses, I'm sure that this is just an exceptional piece for all. It's very, if you want to start your Paraiba collection, if you want to continue it, this is a wonderful ring to do so. And $99.99 is not going to be your price today. Not going to be $99.99 or $89.99 or even $7,999 today. And let me just try it on for you just so you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I say finger elongating. Wow, it's like putting a corset up to your finger without it actually being a corset mounting, of course. As someone who has been making corsets for a little bit, yeah, very important distinction. $79.99, it is not going to be for this ring either, but just on the hand, you again, with the leaf mounting, it just creates that organic sort of element to it. It adds that little bit of nature. Kind of funny since nature is the one that creates all these fantastic natural stones, and not even for $79.99 or $69.99 or even $5,999. One only, of course. There's no two Paraibas that are exactly alike. $59.99. It isn't going to be today. Let's just blow it out. Let's get it out of here. For my very first Paraiba today, I'm counting this as my first. $59.99 is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Want it to go to a great home for April Fool's Friday. $49.99 out the door for all that gold, all those diamonds, and that very, very large elongated pear-shaped stone in the center right there. And back on the wheel it goes. Back on the wheel. It is just such a unique and exceptional piece. I don't know what else to say about it. And as time goes by, Paraibas are just going to increase in price more and more. Like I said, similarly to rubies, the value only increases. So sooner or later, we will not be able to provide Paraibas at these prices. So grab it while you can. I mean, we will do our very best, but unfortunately, at this time, in this age and time, it's inevitable. And next up, oh yes, we do have a requester. Maybe they saw those earrings from earlier, the mother of pearl earrings, and felt like they missed out, or they just really wanted a bracelet to match. But we do have a mother of pearl bracelet for you. So let's get the Paraiba out of the way and let's see how I want to display this, because it is definitely, ooh, look at that. This is a mother of pearl bracelet. I will try my best to bring it up, but it's a little bit hard because it is a bracelet. It wants to lay flat. This is item number 1123012. It's a designer mother of pearl bracelet. It's rectangles. Let me zoom out so you can get a clearer view of what we're working with here. And it is adjustable from 7 to 8 inches. I don't have a specific carat weight on it. It just says rectangle mother of pearl. But as you can see, it is definitely a significant amount. And because each of these rectangles, they like to lay flat, I will just hold it out a section of it. But as you can see, they are alternating between mother of pearl and gold. Let me see if I can display exactly how many before they start alternating. I believe for every 3 mother of pearl rectangles, there is 1 gold rectangle. So it also has that little contrast, which is always nice. It just alleviates the eyes a little bit, creates a little bit of more of an interesting dimension. And we do have a couple of these, it appears, but we are very, very limited. So if you would like more than one, please let your operator know, and have operators please let me know. But of course, yes, this is a great one. It has to stay in the yellow gold just so you can see the beautiful nature of the mother of pearl. And for bracelets like this, very designer, very casual. Again, one of those pieces where you could wear every day. It's dainty enough where it's not going to overwhelm your arm, but it's just a nice little accessory to wear just from day-to-day life. I mean, I'm always someone who has a hair tie on her wrist. I'm trying to change that habit. I'm trying to find the perfect dainty bracelet to wear on my wrist at all times, but I haven't found that quite yet, and I think I would like something like this to replace the hair ties that are constantly on my arm. And for something like this, we were supposed to let it go for $9.99, but we really want it to go, we want to bring you a great, great deal today. So $999 is not going to be our price today. Not going to be at $999 or $888 or even $777. So I'm just noticing on the bag right here, we don't have a carat weight, but it looks like we weighed the entire bracelet by itself. It's 4.4 grams for the entire bracelet. That's including gold, the stones, everything, and they are all the same. So unfortunately don't have a carat weight, but if that helps, that just gives you a frame of reference. And not going to be for $777. Let's just blow it out for a great future staple piece in your everyday wardrobe. Not going to be $777. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $499 for this designer mother of pearl bracelet. Again, with those uniform rectangles with alternating between mother of pearl and gold. It is just a great dainty piece. And let me try it on the wrist so you know what I'm talking about. And of course, as soon as I let it go, it falls. And ooh, you can see me trying to put it on right there. As you can see, I'm holding it a little bit tighter right now, but when you clasp it, it does sit a little bit looser. But I just want you to see exactly what size we're dealing with. On the hand, it almost looks like window panes or framework. It's just a great, elegant piece for every day. $499. And right now, like I said, in the yellow gold, has to stay in the yellow gold. But we do have a couple. So if you would like to give it as a gift, I think it's also a great gift idea. Ooh, allergy still rating strong, it appears. All right, back on the wheel it goes. And I'm gonna have to lay it flat just for a quick second while I grab it. I was just holding it with both hands at that moment. But let's take a break from the modern really quickly and bring something a little bit more classic. We have some button style studs, definitely no stranger to those here at TVON. These particular ones, they're going to be item number 1120882. They are our 64 pointer round white diamond button studs. You have 64 points in the center stone there and 42 points in the halos around it. A great everyday pair of stud earrings. The size is definitely not super big if you're concerned about wearing them on your lobes and having them swallow your earlobes. These are not going to do that. They're kind of that perfect in between where it's not going to overwhelm your lobe no matter what size they are. Even if you have really teeny tiny ones, these will not overwhelm them. But you will still be able to see these studs from a distance. They're not teeny tiny, minuscule, microscopic studs. And they are great for every day. Like I said, every girl needs a good pair of studs in their collection, or even anyone who has pierced ears. A pair of studs is just something that goes a long way. It's one of those things that are effortless. It's something that goes with anything and has to remain a staple in your collection. It's just your perfect go-to for when you don't know what you want to wear in your ears. And for this one, for this classic pair of earrings, it's supposed to go out for $39.99. Not going to be TVON price today. Not going to be $39.99. And as someone who is a shopping addict, yes, it's adjustable from 7 to 8 inches. 7, 7.5, and 8. As someone who is an avid shopper and someone who browses at both clothing and jewelry a lot, finding real diamond studs of this quality, VS G to H collar studs, very, very difficult. Cannot find them for $39.99. You're usually looking at prices of closer to $9,000, $10,000 for something of that quality, that clarity. But yeah, $39.99 is not even going to be our price today. We want these studs to be accessible to all. If you have a daughter, granddaughter who just got their ears pierced and want their first pair of staple earrings that they're going to have for the rest of their lives, this is the one for you. $39.99 it is not going to be today. Not going to be $39.99 or $29.99 or even $1,999 for this classic pair of studs. And because they are the button style, you have the halo of diamonds around it. It again creates that dimension with the shape, the different sizes of the diamonds. It just has that dimension to it. It makes it look different as it's hitting the light. And, you know, of course, they just make them look so much bigger than they actually are. $19.99, it is not going to be today. Not going to be $19.99 or $17.77 or even $1,499 today. And let me just flash this against the hand so you know exactly what we're dealing with here. As you can see, definitely not a small stud by any stretch of the imagination. I can get you a millimeter size if you would like, but right now it doesn't appear on the bag. What you looking for, sir? It's right here. The actual bag or the piece? It's right there. $14.99 for this pair of earrings, and let me go ahead and try it on for you as well. Let's go back to the wheel for right now while I set up the shot. And there it is. I'm not going to put it directly in my ear for fear of bleeding again. But here it is against the ear. As you can see, it's not, like I said, not teeny tiny microscopic where you can't see it from this distance. But it's still not so large where it just completely overwhelms your earlobe and it drags it down and it just looks like gravity is too much for it. It's definitely a great size, great everyday size for almost universally everybody. There it is, and like I said, you can get it in any gold color you want. Back on the wheel it goes. Right now it is in the white gold. That is our most popular gold color when it comes to studs. But you can get it in any gold color you so choose. If you're more of a yellow gold lover, get it in yellow. If you're more of a rose gold lover, get it in rose. And I don't know why it's being temperamental and not standing up now, but there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say $14.99? That's not our price today. Not going to be $14.99. Not going to be $12.99 for our next everyday pair of earrings. Brand new markdown today, $12.99. It is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. We really want these to go out to anyone who wants them. A great starter pair of earrings. $12.99 is not going to be. Let's just make it $999 for our classic button style diamond studs. Was someone verifying on that bracelet, Joyce? Appears so. Let me know who got them. Definitely very unique bracelet, not definitely something we don't really see here. But happy we can bring them to you. I love all the new styles we're getting in recently. They're all so modern and unique, and asymmetry, the sort of art deco illustrative styles definitely speak more to personally to me and my heart. It really sings to my design language. It tickles my brain. Alrighty. $9.99 for our white diamond button style studs. Next up, we're almost reaching top of the hour once again. But, so we only have about 62 minutes left in our broadcast. So if you have any last minute requests, if you're just joining us and you would like to see anything from earlier, if you have anything that you want saved for tomorrow, now would be the time to give us a call. Let us know what you want to do, what you want to see, what you want to purchase if you so choose. Now would be the time to do so. And of course, Joyce is in the phone bank today. If you're missing her lovely face, I mean, you probably can't see it today, but you can hear her lovely voice. So if you want to do that too, just give her a call. She'll be happy to speak to any and everyone. All right, moving along, let's get these studs out of the way. Back to the brooches. Can you tell that Joyce had a very specific theme going today, and not just any brooch, another very large brooch, which is going to have to sit flat on the wheel for right now. There we go. We had to zoom out quite a bit for this one. This one is going to be item number 1123675, and it is one of our feathers. And you know how we feel about feathers here at TVON. We've had many variations of feathers. I don't think we've had that many in brooches, but this is even if we did, this is probably bordering on the largest feather brooch we've had. And what better way to honor the great feather motif than with one of our most classic well-loved stones, the rubies. This has 1 carat 28 total, 4 total weight, so 4 stones total. It's probably around the same for each stone. So about 30 points each in our pear-shaped Burma rubies, with 1 carat 09 in white diamonds all along the feather right here. The only place that is untouched by gemstone would be that center branch, center vein, center stem. I'm not sure what the anatomy of a feather is, but yes, so that would be the only part untouched by stones, just so you can have a brief moment of relapse from all the bling and sparkle of this piece. Unfortunately, it does have to stay in the white gold. We really want the diamonds and the stones to speak for themselves. But yes, still a beautiful designer piece nonetheless. We only have one, and it is, like I said, not a small brooch, folks. If you thought that emerald brooch from earlier, which by the way, I believe is still here, but let me know if I am mistaken, operators. If you think that one is big, somehow this one is even longer. It's even larger. It's not as wide. The other one is definitely wider, but this one is the winner in terms of length. It's 2.5 inches from top to bottom. So again, one of those brooches where it's a beauty to everybody. You're definitely going to have many witnesses surrounding this. If I can imagine on the lapel of a blazer, or if you have a rather monochromatic dress, very simple dress, maybe one that doesn't have a lot of trims or decor, this could be something to accent it as well, to center everything together. It's just that perfect accent statement piece. And like I said, the great thing about brooches, it is probably one of the most versatile pieces of jewelry. You can wear it on so many different things, so many different ways, in any direction you so wish. Usually with pendants, you have to go with the direction of the bail. Gravity, it does all that. Rings, you can only wear it one or maybe 2 ways if it's not symmetrical from top to bottom. Earrings, you have a little bit more leeway, you can, if they are not identical, that is. But brooches, you get to play artists with your jewelry, with your gems. So it's definitely one of the most, it's one of those types of pieces where you definitely have the most amount of freedom, creative freedom. And if you like to put a lot of thought into what you wear, if you like to put a lot of thought into how you wear something, brooches are a great way to do that, and this piece is no exception. With the feather being artistically, the diamonds overlapping with the little, they're almost like leaves, but they're not leaves. I don't know the anatomy of a feather, like I said, but it's just artistically done. You have the rubies on only one side to break up that symmetry look. Perhaps if it was meant to be worn on one side of your garment, but of course it is a brooch you can wear on either side. And I'm going to turn it around just so you can see the closure once again, same as all the other brooches we've had today. And this one, as you can see, is actually pulled out in contrast to the other ones, so you can kind of see how it works. To take it out, you just pull the button out, and then you can pop the pin head out from that little case there, and then to put it back in, you pin it onto whatever garment you'd like, push the pin back into that little case, and then push that button in, and it will be secure. It's just for the wearer's safety. And as you can see, the back fully solid gold. It's not hollow or light by any means. And yeah, it's still all pure white gold. And yeah, one of the more magnificent designer brooches we've had today, one of the most dramatic in my opinion. And this one was supposed to go out for $3,999, but that is not going to be our price today. Not going to be $39.99 or even $29.99. I don't think this brooch has had that much airtime recently, but I do want this time to make an impact. So $29.99 is not going to be our price today either. And just so we can kind of get an idea of how large of a brooch we're actually talking, let me just flash it up against the hand for you. Look at that. Like I said, not as wide, not quite covering 2 of my finger widths, but definitely a lot longer. So definitely a statement piece if I ever saw one. Not one to take lightly. And the rubies just kind of bring your eye to contrast all that white diamonds, all the brightness of the white. It just grounds it a little bit more. instead of making it look like it can take flight. And $29.99 is not our price today. I don't know why the bag says it's in rose gold. It is not. It's in white, and it has to stay in white. Threw me off for just a second. $29.99. It is not going to be today. Let's just blow it out. Let's let it go for $1,999. Feather brooch day. I think this is our only feather brooch. I don't think I can ever say that statement ever again. But it'd be amazing if we had another feather, but no, this is the only one. And it is, and in true TVON fashion, go big or go home. When we do feather brooches, we want to make them as big and dramatic as possible. $19.99. And back on the wheel it goes. $19.99 for the white diamond and ruby brooch. All right, we have officially passed top of the second hour, so I'm going to set this down for a second and say a final hello to our internet audience. So hello again, thank you to all who has stuck with me this far, and if you're just joining us, welcome. We still have about 55 minutes left, a little bit less than an hour, so if there's any last minute requests you would like to see, please give us a call, let us know. If you want me to go back and show anything I've previously shown, I'm sure you can rewind, but if you want something more in-depth, just give us a call, let us know as well. I'll be happy to show those for you as well. And of course, Lauren will be back tomorrow. If you have anything you would like to see from her, please call us and we'll be sure to let her flash it or show it, do a full presentation tomorrow, whatever you guys need. So without further ado, we still have 55 minutes of a great Friday evening. Let's just get back to it. Right now we're still on that feather brooch, but we still have a lot of pieces coming up. I think they over-prepared for me because they knew I was here, and I like to just plow through jewelry like no other. And okay. Now, this next piece, like I said, everything is new to me because it's been such a long time since I've been here. So I don't know if we've ever shown this, but it is the first time I'm seeing of it. So, and I think it definitely deserves a second look if it's not the first. I just heard a whistle back there. That's definitely the correct reaction. This is going to be item number 11233770. And this is what I truly, truly, truly believe is a museum level piece. We say that a lot, but this one actually, I wouldn't be surprised if someone robbed this from a museum. This looks like a heritage brand level from the 1800s piece of jewelry. Someone probably bought it for like 3,000 English pounds back in the day, and now it's just risen and risen and risen in value. This definitely looks like it belonged on the hand of some royal back in the day. And we're lucky enough for this ring to even just grace us with its presence. It is our 11 karat 37 Asher cut Colombian emerald, by far the largest emerald we have ever had on the show, in the Asher cut no less. Wow, just look at that true green of that stone. And for it being an emerald, it is really relatively clean. If you've been watching us for a while, usually with emeralds they have a little bit of cloudiness. It's just kind of the nature of emeralds, especially ones from the Colombian mines. But this one's definitely clean for what it is, and especially for its size. Like I said, largest. If we're not even talking about clarity, it's definitely the biggest one we've ever had. And it, yeah, definitely looks like something it belonged to one of those heritage brands that's existed for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. The 11 karat 37 Asher cut Colombian emerald, that's just the tip of the iceberg. For a stone this significant, this magnificent, we can only honor it by setting it in stones of equal caliber. So we decide to give it the royal treatment. It has a carat 28 in pear-shaped white diamonds around it. As you can see, it's forming a little halo. And then around all of those, you have a bunch of round diamonds, all totaling a carat 45. You have the pear shapes forming a halo, and then a round diamonds forming almost a scalloped edge around it. And then if you can kind of see a sneak peek of it from the sides, but you have not just a simple band, because that would be doing this ring a disservice. You have round diamonds weaving in and out, almost creating a pattern on these sides as well. There's just no stone left unturned in terms of design, in terms of concept. I'm sure this is one of those rings that went through rounds and rounds and rounds of sampling. In terms of design, it's probably many, many drafts of what now is this ring. And it does come with a certificate. Unfortunately, I don't think I have it here. But once, if you do decide to purchase it, you will receive that cert. I don't think they just want to broadcast that on air for something of this caliber, like I said. And it does have, and I know most of the time we say you can size anything. Unfortunately, because of the museum level quality, we do not want anything wrong to happen to this ring. It just, we don't want to disturb the integrity of this ring in any way, shape, or form. So it does have to stay in a size 7. Those have to stay exactly like it is in the 18 karat white gold. So for a ring like this, you cannot find it in the world. If you do, you either have to be, like I said, a royal, very, very public, higher level figure, or you have to be someone with incredible, incredible connections to even be in the same room as a ring like this. So I feel like it's impossible for me to even put a price on a ring of this caliber. But I know we have some number enthusiasts in our audience. So if we had to definitively put a number, and this could be wildly inaccurate, but this is the number we came up with. If you were to find this in the wild of something of this size, this quality, with all those diamonds and gold, you're looking at a 7-digit figure. You're looking at something around 1.5 million for a ring this size. Now, of course, we're TVON. We do not want to do something like that. We are not the average retail boutique, and we're not someone who operates out of a very famous district. And we want to, we love to bring incredible, fine, good quality, fine jewelry to the average person, so to speak. So that obviously will not be our price, but I would not feel comfortable displaying the price for everyone to see. So if you are interested in this particular piece, please give us a call. Let us know you're interested. We want this to be the end-all be-all. This is probably, once you acquire this piece, this is probably the end of your collection, because it would be very hard to top it. This is definitely not something that you can beat ever. And because this is probably the only time that I will ever be able to be in the same room as this ring, I'm going to try it on for you. This is my poor, not hand model hands cannot even do it justice. Look how large that ring is. It is completely engulfing my hand. This is not a piece of jewelry that you can just wear on the average Saturday. This is definitely something you keep in a vault deep within a 10-foot concrete wall. It is not something you take lightly whatsoever. It is the end-all be-all of any jewelry enthusiast collection. So like I said, if you're interested, the number we give to that, because we are required to give a number, if you were to find this out in the wild, we're looking at a number of around 1.5 million for something like this. But again, we're TVON, we're not going to do that. So if you are interested, please give us a call and let us know. And back on the wheel it goes, because my hand cannot do this ring justice. And of course, because it is so rare and so special and so unique, we brought it out on a Friday where maybe not everyone is here with us today. And before the jewelry gods smite me for having it on public TV for this long, it should be buried in a museum vault somewhere. Let's just take it away. It it shouldn't be up here. And bring out something that looks so minuscule in comparison, but trust me, it is not. This is going to be item number 1123847, and it is our 2 carat 95 emerald cut Congolese tourmaline. Now, I may not have been here in quite some time, but I have heard from the little birdies here at TVON that these have been quite popular here, that it's one of those pieces where, again, riots to the phone lines every time they've been on. And a 2 carat 95, definitely in that sort of target carat range. We have 2 carat 95, almost 3 carats for that center stone there. You have 45 points in the diamonds in that sort of step mounting, another very classic mounting here at TVON. In the emerald cut, no less, one of my personal favorite shapes in terms of stones. I just love how classic and straight the lines are. There's just no muss, no fuss. And it's just very straightforward, and the step mounting is kind of the perfect one to encompass that shape. This one is in the white gold, and you can change the gold color, but I can see why there have been fights over the Congolese tourmaline recently. They are, at least from this mine, I believe this is the first time, not today, but this is in the recent days, it's the first time we've ever had them here on this show, and it has been very, very well received, and I can see why. That shade of green is very, very unique. I don't think we can say we've seen it in any other stone before, and it's just kind of that perfect on-trend green that is very popular right now. And I don't know, there's something so mesmerizing and so enthralling about a stone such as this. And for those of you who have missed out in the past, we have decided to give those of you another chance for you to own one of these Congolese tourmalines. And yeah, this one in particular is brand new today, so I think it's the first time anyone has seen it, at least on this show. So if you like it, give us a call while you still can. I mean, I'm sure there will be fights for this one, as is no exception. But yeah, supposed to go out for $29.99. It is not going to be that price today, not going to be $2,999, or not going to be $19.99 either. Emerald cut, like I said, there's just something so special and unique about them. Again, I don't know if it's like the straight lines, and in the tourmaline you can just really see how clean and clear those stones are. It's almost like windows serving into the soul of the stone. $19.99. It is not going to be today. Not going to be $19.99 or $18.88 or even $1,777. Not going to be $17.77. Let me try this on for our audience who is eagerly waiting. Look at that. Even from a distance, I keep saying blue-green, but there's so many different shades of blue-green. This one I don't know what exact shade of green this is, but is so exceptional, so unique. I don't think you can see it. I'm not limiting that to just jewelry, by the way. You don't really see clothing in this color or flowers in this color either. It's a very unique shade right here. And $17.77, it is not going to be for its grand debut. $17.77 it is not. $16.99 it is not. It's not even going to be $1,599. Let's just blow it out for our first caller. Let's make it $1,499. $14.99. Back on the wheel it goes. And look at that. Windows to the soul of tourmalines. Wow, I forget how fast time passes while I'm up here. It feels like I've barely been up here for that long at all, but it has been quite some time actually. $14.99. Okay, next up, we have another pair of studs, but very different from the last ones we've had. This is going to be item number 1120804. And these are probably the only Mahenge pink spinel studs we have. So this is our 1.45 trillion Mahenge pink spinel studs with 35 points in round and baguette diamonds. Before, earlier in the show, I had a different pink spinel ring, and I was referencing these Mahenge pink spinels, the ones that are extremely vibrant and hot pink, because that one was slightly paler in comparison in terms of pink spinels. When we're talking about pink spinels, this is probably the color you think of when you see those three words together. They are that neon hot, vibrant pink, almost eye-meltingly so pink. And I don't mean that in a negative connotation at all. I think that this shade of pink is a shade of pink that you will willingly be blinded by. And what better way than to put them in something as deceptively simple as a stud. But we didn't want to just give it a simple single halo of round white diamonds. No. We added the baguettes as well, just to perfectly frame that trillion shape. Mahenge pink spinels in that color with baguette white diamonds in the trillion cut. There's just no end to the type of rarity the elements of this stud provide in such a deceptively simple package. This is definitely for those hot pink lovers out there who just love pink. If you love pink spinels, this is the one for you. Great way to wear spinels on the everyday basis. You don't have to wear it on your ring, on your finger if you're not a ring person. Earrings are just one of those pieces of jewelry where you can kind of put them on and kind of forget about them. They don't really bother you. With rings, sometimes I find it difficult to do daily tasks because you're constantly using your hands, at least in my daily life. I'm constantly using my hands, so even when I'm working, I always take my rings off. But earrings are one of those things that you can just kind of wear, especially studs. You just wear them and you just don't have to think about them until you go to bed at the end of the day. And for our one and only Mahenge pink spinel studs, finding two in the same color, same clarity, enough, and that are identical so that we can put them in a pair of earrings doesn't happen very often at all. So if you are one of our pink spinel collectors and you have been looking for a pair of spinel earrings to start matching your rings with, this could be the one for you as well. And they have got a brand new markdown on this Friday evening. So first time we had them up here, they were supposed to go for $69.99, but that is not going to be our price tag for the only Mahenge pink spinel earrings we have currently, and I think we'll ever have, of this quality, of this size, of this unique nature. Yes, definitely, again, falls under the same category as that button style stud we had with the white diamonds earlier, where it's not teeny tiny minuscule. You can't see it unless you're under a microscope. It's not entirely large where gravity starts interfering and starts dragging down your earlobe. It's kind of that perfect Goldilocks middle. 3/8 of an inch from top to bottom. This one actually gave me a measurement. 3/8 of an inch, a little over a quarter, almost a half inch. And yeah, it's just, and with that shade of pink, yeah, there's no way anyone is missing those superstars on your ears. And not even going to be $69.99 today, not going to be $69 or $59 or even $4,999. And because we did decide to make this mounting to accentuate the natures of these stones, they do have to stay in the white gold and the 14K white, and that's just to preserve the neon qualities of the colors of those stones. But yes, $49.99 is not going to be our price today. It's not even going to be $39 or even $2,999 for these spectacular spinel studs. And let me just show them against the hand right now. So again, you can see what kind of size we are talking about. Like I said, not teeny tiny, minuscule, can't be seen from 2 feet away, and definitely not large enough where it drags down your earlobe either. And in a second, I'll also show it against the ear so you can kind of see a size reference in relation to an earlobe. But $29.99 is not your price today. No. Not going to be at $29.99 or even $28.88 or even $2,777. And again, I am wearing all black today, but for a pair of earrings such as this, I would love to wear with an all black outfit. It's just to bring a hint of color. And with something this vibrant, it's definitely going to be the focal point of an all black monochromatic moment such as this. $27.77 is not going to be, though. Back on the wheel they go. Let's just blow them out. They've been here for a little bit. I think tonight is the night they find its forever home. Their forever home. $27.77 is not. Let's just make them $2,699. $26.99 for our one and only pair of Mahenge Pink Spinel stud earrings. Great way to set them. I know not everyone's a drop fan, not everyone's a hoop fan. Everyone has different ways that they like to wear earrings, but studs are one of those where I think we can all agree they're just something you have to have in your collection. I mean, I don't normally wear studs, but they are something I feel like that I have to have for those moments where I just don't want anything to interfere with my hair, with whatever garment I'm wearing. There's just something that I have to have in my collection just in case I need them. And that's for someone who doesn't love to wear them all the time. And I know I have many friends who they only wear studs. They don't wear drops, they don't wear hoops, they don't wear omega backs because they feel like that means the earring is too large. They just, yeah, studs are kind of the perfect every man's earring. All right. Moving along. We only have about 30 minutes left in the show. I still have a lot of things I'm supposed to get through, but unfortunately it appears I will not be getting through every single thing today, but no matter. We will make the most of it. Next up, we have this one. I believe I'm going to have to hold up with my hands through the entirety of the piece. This is going to be item number 1123508. It's one of our designer necklaces, and I am going to have to zoom out. I just realized it is too close to the screen, but it is, as you can see while it's laying on the wheel right there, it is one of those earrings that can move. It's super fun. Has a lot of dimension and movement to it. There we go. Much better. Ooh, the voice is going. With 30 minutes left to go. Let's see if I can make it to the finish line. Yes, you have 24 points in round emeralds with 22 points in white diamonds. And you have, oh, one of them is stuck on the chain, above the chain right here. Let me just rearrange them so they're all visible. As you can see, yes, there are 5 sections of this necklace. You have three emeralds and then 4 diamonds. So you have seven different sections of this necklace, and they are meant to be worn together as such, and they have this almost fan or feather effect. But as someone recently suggested to me, you could also take them apart. If again you have granddaughters, you have friends, you want a piece of jewelry to connect everybody by, that could be a great way. I mean, of course there will be favorites in terms of sizing. Some stones are bigger than others and some are longer than others. But it is kind of an interesting idea to have them as almost a friendship or a relationship, a way to tie your relationship together. And this one is pendant with the chain, so the chain does come with this, and it is a spring ring chain, however, and I do not believe it is adjustable. But it does have to stay in the yellow gold, but it's just such a unique designer piece. We've never had a pendant or a necklace quite like this one, and I'm very happy that we are able to show this today. Again, with the very designer modern style, it definitely provides an accent to your neckline. I know this again might be getting a little bit technical, but if you were to wear anything with a sweetheart neckline with something a little bit of a dip, this definitely accents that in the most flattering way to accent the décolletage area. And this one was supposed to go for $2,999, but that is not going to be our price today. And this is one of a kind. I wish we could do a bunch of these. We cannot. It's only one for, and not even going to be $2,999. Not even going to be $19.99. And let me just show it against the hand, just so you can see exactly what type of size we're dealing with from a distance. Again, it's that interesting design. As it's hanging on the neck, it's not gonna get tangled as much. It's just I'm holding it with the tweezers, so it looks like it's getting distorted. But because of gravity, it's kind of doing its own thing. It arranges perfectly in the order it's meant to. And it has that really cool modern look. And as the light hits it, it also creates it looks like it's almost like a pattern, but it's not. It's just the contours of the gold is making it look highlighted in some places and shadowed in others. And this is definitely, it almost looks like a chandelier. It almost looks like a light fixture. It definitely has those sort of design influences with it as well. And I know emeralds with that shade of green, very, very popular in terms of fashion. So if you have that emerald green outfit you have been dying to break out of the closet, you just haven't found the perfect accessory for it, this is the one for you. And not even going to be $19.99 or even $14.99 today. This is going to be the perfect steal for any green lover. I have recently found out that many people are a huge fan of the color green. So if you are a green fanatic, $14.99 is not your price. Let's just blow it out. 18 karat yellow gold. It can be taken apart into 7 different pieces, but of course, if it were me, I would want to keep all 7 and just wear it the way it was meant to be worn. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $1,299 for this one. $12.99 for an exceptional emerald design necklace pendant. It is technically a necklace because we're saying it comes with a chain, but you can take them off the chain. $12.99. All right, you know what I realized I have not had today? I have not had any tanzanites. I don't think that has ever happened in the time I have been here. So why not start the end of the show? I guess because with only 30 minutes left, it's nearing the end. Let me put this back on the wheel while I set it up right there. On the wheel it goes. Oh, yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. I'm gonna have to set it down while I grab the next piece, unfortunately. I wish I had 3 hands sometimes, but I just simply do not. But yes, let's start the end with a tanzanite, or to be more specific, 2 tanzanites. Now, I believe Joyce told me that these were also shown recently, but like I said, I haven't been here, so they are new to me, therefore they're going to be new to the show. And they are the hexagonal blue wing blocky studs. Now, these are going to be item number 1122795. It's our 11 karat 25 total weight fancy cut blue wing tanzanite hexagonal fancy cut to be exact. With 1 karat 71 in white diamonds in halos around both stones. And I know in the few studs that we've had today, I've talked a lot about large, where they're large enough where you can see them from a distance, but they're not so large that gravity takes control. Well, this is getting to the point of where gravity will start to take control. These are the types of studs where it almost function as a drop. They provide a little bit of length to the earlobe, to the profile of the face. But they are fancy cut instead of rounds, which I think is very, very special. We've never had tanzanites in this cut. I think maybe once or twice we've had it in a ring, but we've managed to find 2 which match almost exactly, so that we could put it in a pair of earrings. And because we don't see it very often, we don't really see how the red flashes act throughout the stone. But in this one, it acts in such a unique way that we've never really seen before. It's similar to how an emerald has almost window panes of red. This one has that as well, but you can just see it in much more facets. It's very, very interesting, this one. And you have the white diamonds almost channel set throughout the earring in that halo around it. It almost looks like it's a moat being filled with white diamonds. It is quite an interesting pair, and right now it's sitting so that the flat horizontal side is facing downwards because it can't balance on a point for obvious reasons. But personally, for me, if I were to wear these, I would have them definitely with the points facing north-south. I definitely want to highlight the hexagonal, been saying that word too much, hexagonal nature of these earrings. And yeah, for a pair this unique, they were valued at $17,999, but that is not going to be our price today. $17,999 does seem somewhat reasonable for you're getting 5 carat 62 in each ear. Usually for a 5 carat 62 ring, asking for around $8,000, not completely out of the realm of possibility if you weren't shopping at TVON. Supposed to go up for $17,999, we're not going to do that today. Not going to be $17,999. It's not even going to be half that. It's not even going to be $89.99. That's what most people would ask you for one of those stones. We're not even going to do that for 2. Not going to be $89.99 or $79.99 or even $6,999. That is insanity. That is what I believe they were last up here for. I'm not quite sure, but they have got a brand new markdown today just for me. Unless if Joyce was here, it would be just for her, but universe decided it would be me today. $69.99 is not going to be. Let me show it against the hand just so we can get a little recap of exactly what kind of size we're talking about. As you can see, it's about the width of my ring finger right here. Definitely one of those. It's definitely bordering on the size of gravity will start to take control, but make no mistake, just because it looks like it's overwhelming your earlobe does not mean that it is heavy or uncomfortable with any means. Right now the backings are not on these particular earrings because usually for our studs we don't keep the backings with the samples, but these particular earrings, if you do decide to take them, they come with backings that are slightly larger than your average backing, just so it remains stable on your ear, and they also add comfort. They're not going to feel like they're dragging your earlobe down or injuring them in any way, shape, or form. And all of that, not even for $69.99, brand new, low price. If you're curious about the measurement, I said it's about one of my fingers wide, but specifically it's 5/8 of an inch. It's a little bit over half, and not for $69.99. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $5,999. One of a kind. I know this has been on here, I believe last week. It might have been here for a few times. I'm not quite sure. I really should be keeping track of this, but I have been incognito for a while. But yeah, it's today. I feel like today is the day. Today is the day it deserves a home, and it looks like there's a, yes, $59.99. And again, tanzanite. It's, if I only have one tanzanite today, I'm very happy it is this one. It's a great one to almost start the end, the beginning of the end. Looks like we have a last minute request. Ooh. Suzanne. For Suzanne, you said? Wow, another stone I haven't seen in a while, but that's also probably because I have been absent for a while. But great choice. All right, let's take the honeycomb tanzanite earrings off and bring in a request for Miss Suzanne. Great choice right here. This is a Royal Zambaran. This is item number 11240. It's a 3 carat 91 oval Royal Zambaran garnet with 16 points in yellow diamonds in that first halo around it, and another 72 points around all of that in that sort of braided, knotted style mounting on either side here. Very, very interesting. Royal Zambarans, also one of those stones that have gained a lot of popularity since its debut here at TVON. Hold on, let me just polish that really quick. I just see a big smudge in the middle of that stone. Much better. Yes, very popular since its debut, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. Again, not great with the passage of time. But yes, it's white with yellow gold, and in the way it's been set, I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like this with the knotted sort of mounting, again with yellow and white diamonds. I don't know if we have any mothers in the audience, but if you've ever braided hair, it's giving very similar to that vibe. It's giving very old Grecian, sort of ancient type of architecture design. And it is very elegant, but still very stately, very making a statement. And this is not a small ring by any means. I mean, you're getting a 3-carat 91 stone. That's by itself is not a small stone by any shape or stretch of the imagination. And then you have your 16 points in yellow diamonds. You have your 72 points in white diamonds. That's almost an entire carat inside diamonds alone. So definitely not a small ring, but because this is, I have a feeling, I'm just saying this is what the universe is telling me, this might be our last request of the night. I feel like we gotta do something very special for Miss Suzanne, who obviously has great taste. Royal Zambarans, obviously from that name, from that true royal purple color. If this were 200 years ago, we probably would be executed for even trying to procure this color in any sort of fashion item. And we're not even going to do it for $49.99 for what I feel might be our last request of the night. $49.99 it is not going to be. I do want to try it on for you. Surprisingly, I don't think I've seen this mounting here at TVON just yet. I feel like I said that a lot today. I think they knew, the universe probably told them I was coming, so they decided to pull all the strange, obscure, abstract mountings they could because they know that's the type of thing I love. $49.99, it is not going to be for our requester, not going to be $49 or $39 or even $29.99. Not going to be $2,999 today for our requester. You know, it is approaching the end of the show, so I feel like I can now say this. As an April Fool's joke, it was suggested by our one and only Miss Joyce that we should have done a prank where we all spoke in British accents today. But I don't think I can pull that off for 3 hours. I'm already getting quite exhausted speaking in my normal American accent. But yes, $29.99, it is not going to be our price, not going to be your price today. Not even going to be $19.99 for one of the more unique Royal Zambarans in our collection. Back on the wheel it goes. And similarly to rubies, we have no shortage of Royal Zambarans in the yellow gold. We also have a number in white gold, but rarely do they come together in this sort of harmonious marriage of both. And we're doing all of that not even for $19.99. Let's just blow it out for our requester. I want to get through as much as I can within the next 15 minutes towards the end of the show. $19.99 is not going to be. Let's just blow it out. Let's let it go. Let's let it go to its well-fated home. Let's just make it $1,399, $13.99 for our requester if she so wants it, or if she doesn't, any other caller who's been looking for a fabulous Royal Zambaran that for some reason reminds me of olive trees and Greek salads. $13.99. $13.99 tonight. Ooh, the allergies are now starting to impact me. Like I said, crazy, strange weather here in normally sunny Los Angeles. Not quite sunny or warm in these last couple days, but you know, definitely shouldn't be complaining. $13.99. All right. Moving right along. Like I said, nearing the end of the end today. I did mention lots of brooches. I have shown a couple already, but I mean, a little more can't hurt, right? So let's bring this aside and bring in yet another brooch. Ooh, that is testing me right now. And is once again very unique from all the other brooches we've had. This is probably going to have to lay on the wheel right now while I again recalibrate the cameras. This is going to be item number 1123712. It's a lotus brooch. I believe it's a lotus. It is a floral of some kind, and it is set in both platinum and 18 karat gold, with 81 points for that center stone oval pod, with 34 points in white diamonds around the petals of the brooch as well as the leaf. Now, we have seen pretty much every brooch there is today. We've seen feathers, we've seen tapestry artwork, we've seen bees, we have seen almost all forms of nature today. Yet we haven't seen a floral yet. Florals are very, very common in jewelry, and I'm surprised we haven't brought one out yet. So here it is. Platinum and 18 karat gold to highlight the uniqueness of this brooch. And of course, because of that, it has to stay like it is. And of course, we decided to set it in one of our most popular stones here at TVON, the pod parasha. Now, this pod parasha, slightly different from the one other one I had earlier today, slightly more pink versus orangey pink, but it is definitely no stranger to beauty. Look at that. Again, one of the longer ones we have, but definitely not as grand. This one, because of its width, it's definitely runs more on the elegant, dainty, statuesque side. If you are not a fan of the dramatic feather one with the rubies we've had earlier, this might be more your cup of tea. Less diamond weight, less stones, but equally as beautiful, just a different type of beauty, and similarly to all the other brooches, again, same type of closure, all of that. Now, for this brooch, it's supposed to go out for $59.99. That is not going to be our price today. $59.99, you're getting 81 points over 3/4 of a carat. In that center stone alone, you have 34 points in all of those diamonds, and 2.5 inches from top to bottom. That is the same, if not even longer than that feather one from before, but definitely more for the slightly low-key but still wants to make a statement. I could even imagine this if anyone was daring to. If you decide to do this, please be careful. If you imagine it as like a hair accessory almost, it would look fabulous as well. I feel like that could be a very different way to wear a brooch. And not even going to be $59.99 today. Not going to be at $59 or $49 or even $3,999. And I'm just going to flash this against the hand just so we can see again size reference, because size referencing is just the best way. You can see, as you can see, I believe it's around the same length as the feather one from earlier, but because of its width, it does appear like it is a lot longer. It truly looks like if you were to have this above a breast pocket, it would look like it's just a flower peeking out. If you are not someone who likes to put actual flowers in their breast pocket, this could be a way to wear it. And like I said, it almost looks reminiscent of a hairpin, does it not? And $39.99, it is not going to be today. Not going to be $39.99. Let's just blow it out. I believe it's the first time it's been up here, and why not debut it within the last 15 minutes of the show? $39.99 is not going to be today. Let's just blow it out. Let's make it $2,999. $29.99 for the Lotus. The Lotus brooch. I think this is also the first Lotus we've ever had. We've had a number of flowers here at TVON. Most commonly, we have our rose ring. We've had probably flowers that are more reminiscent of daisies. We've never had one quite like this. Not a lotus with like the lily pads and the upturned petals. We may have had tulips. I do technically have a tulip up here. I might show it at the very end if I have time. But yeah, not so much a lotus. So very, very different here at TVON. Back on the wheel it goes, just so we can see all that immaculate detail. And of course you have all those diamonds, but you still have that gold just to act as the foundation, the line work for all the design detail of that, just so it really accentuates what it really is, to really highlight the specific design of the brooch. Now, we have 10 minutes left in our show. I'm going to set this down so I can say a final goodbye to everyone who's watching. Thank you for being with me for the last 3 hours, almost 3 hours. Lauren, like I said, will be back with you tomorrow and all throughout the weekend. So if you have any requests for her, please get them in. We will have them ready for you to see tomorrow or Sunday or whatever day of your choosing. I believe Joyce will be back with you next week. I just decided to give her a break this week. And of course, if you have anything you want to see in the last 10-ish or so minutes, please give us a call, let us know. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We still have a little bit left, so let's go back to the wheel. Right now we are still doing our Pot Parasha Lotus. And if you like the stone, maybe not so much of a brooch wearer, or you just don't want to do anything so on the nose design-wise, you maybe not a fan of florals, I have one, or maybe you are thinking about that and want something to match. This is actually a pretty close one. This is going to be item number 1123644. Again, oval Pot Parasha, again, also on the pinkier side. This is the 1K09 oval Pot Parasha, also in platinum. So again, this one has to stay like it is, with 31 points in white diamonds. It's a 3-stone style, so the 31 points is obviously in the baguettes on either side, in the white diamonds, and even down to the metal type. It perfectly matches, both platinum. I believe this one is also new today. Item number 1123644. Again, haven't been here in a while, so I'm not up to date on my item numbers, but it does feel like it is newer. And very unique band as well. Usually our bands are more square-like, but this one's pretty much round all around. And I said the stone was pinkier. It's a little bit of a pun because also right now it's a very small size, so it'd probably fit on my pinky. But again, any size you need, give us a call, let us know. We can go ahead and change that for you. And unlike that lotus pendant, while the stones do match, this one very much for the minimalists, if you're not so much a sucker for design and floral frilly design details. This is very straightforward, to the point, just 3 simple stones, but still making an impact. The stone is definitely the star of the show. There's no distractions, nothing to distract you from the rarity and beauty of that center stone itself. It's again 1K09, so it's a little bit larger than that brooch there, but still very everyday wearable. It's a 3-stone style, so very classic, very traditional, but you know, if you are not a fan of halos, it's kind of the only way to go, right? Very minimal. It's quiet luxury. That's the term that's trending a lot these days. Quiet luxury perfectly encapsulates this ring. And similarly to the brooch, was supposed to go for $59.99, but we're not going to do that today because it is such a perfect match in pretty much almost everything, from the gold type down to the color of the stone. And I say gold type, metal type, it's platinum. Let's just it seems like it's just fate to just make it match in every other aspect. Let's just make it the same, $29.99 for the ring as well. So both the ring, the brooch, $29.99, and I just want to flash that brooch right next to the stone just so you can see. If yeah, those stones are pretty much the same. The brooch might be slightly lighter, but they are pretty much a perfect match. So if you're looking to have a set, this could be a great one to do it with. Very hard to find pots that match almost perfectly in terms of color, but this one managed to do that. I don't know if that was intentional or that was just the world, the universe just gifting that to me, but it is kind of funny. $29.99. Hello. Looks like I spoke too soon earlier. Looks like we have one more last minute request, making it right under the wire. Who is this for? Ooh, and she must have been here for a while, because look at this bag. I can barely read what it says. All right, Shannon. Let's move the pod ring aside for right now. And this is one of our pink diamond earrings, but again, our pink diamond cluster earrings. Let's see if this one wants to stand on its own. Probably not, so I might have to just hold it right here. Now this one is going to be item number 11102222. It has 61 points in pink diamonds in that cluster in the center, with 31 points, I'm sorry, not 31, 36 points in white diamonds in that halo, and on the lever back. I think this is the first official drop. No, I had the mother of pearl drops earlier, but that's it, surprisingly for me. I love drops. But yes, this is definitely a fun way to wear pink diamonds. Not your classic just center stone with a halo, but this is a very designer piece. And yeah, this is a great piece to request. I wonder what inspired it. Very, very beautiful. The rose and white gold, as well as the pink and white diamonds. Again, great combination, the white and pink together. Very, very, it's getting more and more popular in the next season, I have seen. So for pink diamonds, over half a carat in pink diamonds, and that's for both earrings. Right now I'm just showing one because they won't stand on their own, but of course you're getting two. 61 points total. So, and the earring you see here, 30 points in the center pink, and then you have 15 points in the white. We're looking, it was supposed to go out for $7,500. That's how much it's valued at. That's how much you would probably be paying if you're shopping anywhere other than TVON. $7,500, probably what you're paying for, but not going to do that for our last minute requester here. $7,500, not going to be your price. Not even going to be half of $7,500. Not even going to be $49.99. Or even $3 or $29.99 either. And let me just show this against the hand so you have a little bit of a size reference. And what's nice about these studs, or not studs, they're drops. What's nice about these drops with the lever backs, while like I said, I'm more of a fan of drops, so they're not really an issue for me, but what is usually the biggest issue with drops that most people have said is that they're distracting. They catch on your hair, they catch on your clothes. Well, these don't run extremely long. They're about, I want to say, an inch, maybe not even an inch from top to bottom. So they kind of just, they're great for every day. They're not going to catch on anything, and they're kind of universally flattering on everyone. And they're just the length where it's kind of perfect. It's the Goldilocks of drops, where it's still long enough to satisfy those who like wearing drops, but it's not so long where it annoys the people who don't like to wear drops. And $29.99 is not going to be your price today. Not going to be $29 or $19.99. Brand new markdown for our last minute. We only have 2 minutes left in our show. It appears 2, maybe 3. My brain just suddenly fried a little bit. $19.99. It is not. Not going to be 19 or 18 or even $17.77. Not even gonna be $17.77. Last minute request. Let's just get it out of here. Let's let it go for $1,499 for our requester right now. $14.99. And back on the wheel it goes. And because it's in the pink and white diamonds, The gold color does have to stay in the white and rose, so hopefully that's okay with you, but trust me, they look the best that way. Great classic pair of cluster earrings. I have not seen these in a while. They have been here at TVON, but definitely not very common. So yeah. And with that, we're in the last minute. So again, thank you to everyone who stayed with me for the last 3 hours. I apologize, my skills have been rusty. I think it's been at least 6 months since I've been up here. So definitely out of practice, but I'm thankful to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everyone who gave us a call and sent encouraging words. Thank you very much. Like I said, Lauren will be back tomorrow. Joyce will probably be back next week, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us. We're available every time you see us on air, or if you, during the day as well. Some of you guys do not know that. We're also available during the day. So if you have any questions, give us a call. And with that, have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of April Fool's week, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.